Okay, it appears we are live. We are live. Let me know if you can hear me. From Niagara, fellow Canadian. Well, welcome, Liz, as mentioned. Yeah, Liz is our newest channel member, our newest Mad Hatter channel member. So let's give her a warm welcome in the way us Mad Hatters know how. So yeah, thank you so much, Liz, for joining. Much appreciated. Okay, I'm assuming you can all hear me. Let me check something. Um, can you hear me? Yeah, you. Okay, I appear to have some mic levels. Okay, virtual hug back at you too. Thank you. All right, hang on. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't see any comments saying you can't hear me. Hey, Hayden Austin. Well, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this stream. Let's give Hayden Austin a warm welcome. So let's see who else is here. Our more veteran Mad Hatters. Christina dropped a comment. Christina is here, dropped a comment earlier. I don't see her now. Maybe we'll see her after. Michelle, there's another Michelle, the Michelle with one L. Looking forward to it. I actually thought she was going to come back showing a visible, significant weight loss. Joke's on me. Well, joke's on all of us, actually. I don't know if I need new glasses. Maybe it's just me. Feel free to share in the chat. Feel free to share, but she looks like she's actually gained a significant amount of weight. Like she almost looks like that video she did 5 years ago. Yeah, but yeah. Let me know what you think. Okay, Chicken Shades was in here. Don't know if she's back. Kate, oh, I missed you too. I'm doing okay. I'm Kate H. I'm strung 3 days together where I can stay awake longer than an hour at a time. So, hey, yay me, progress. Thank you so much. GM Square Body 10. Hey, Fedora, just finished listening to some good old freestyle. The song I choose was Let the Music Play by Shannon. Right on, right on. I remember that. That was from, the 80s or the 90s? Right on. Green Gypsy Bird is here. Great to see you. Speaking of Green Gypsy Bird, I want to give her a shout out for giving me a hand in preparing this live stream, trying to sort through the mess, because I had discovered this morning the charliegold's video from last night that she premiered. YouTube slapped an age restriction on it. Now, I was going to react to it fresh, like not watch it and react to it fresh with you guys. But then when I saw that YouTube had slapped an age restriction, I thought maybe I better watch it. Anyways, I want to thank Green Gypsy Bird for giving me a hand with that, for trying to sort through it. So because Charlie's video got an age restriction slap, that means it's completely demonetized. It's red. Like if she were to look in her dashboard, the video is red. Okay, that's an automatic demonetization. So I didn't want that with my channel. I don't want that with my channel. Okay, I mean, I can put up with a yellow, which means the limited monetizations, which means there probably won't be ads or very few ads, and I get a teeny tiny cut of the YouTube premium. I can live with that. That may be the case with this stream today, but yeah. So I sorted through it. So because of the age restriction, we're not going to react to the whole video. There are places we're going to omit. Okay. And the other thing is, Charlie, you think you know the YouTube algorithm by now? Keep your racy stuff out of the first 3 minutes of a video. Seriously? This is an old trick most of us know. Okay. Death Valley. So thank you again, Green Gypsy Bird, for giving me a hand. Death Valley, great to see you. I missed all of you too. The only comeback that matters. Thank you, Michelle R. Michelle R., my mod, she is tasked with keeping me out of trouble. It's a full-time job for her. She also loves the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show, and we'll get to that very shortly. Good to see you here. Yeah, Schizo like a boss. It's been a while. Hey, good to see you. Lane B, glad to see you here. Death Valley, Liz, thank you again. Yeah. And let's see. Let's see. Liz. Hayden Austin, we welcome. Terry K, great to see you. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you for letting me know that the sound is okay. Lamera Magrosa, my girlfriend. I am glad to see you here too. Charmaine, great to see you. AK, LOL. Come on, you didn't really think she would follow through on anything, did you? She will not lose weight. Come on. You're right, AK. This is true. Hey, Chrissy. You say she's definitely gained, Chrissy? Yeah, I'm with you there. Negs, hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, all. Charlie looks heavier on the shoulders. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my first thought too, Terry. Yeah, that was my first thought. Liam O'Donovan, who's that? Who's that? Okay, who's that? Liam O'Donovan. Liam O'Donovan. Okay. It's great to see you too, Liam O'Donovan. It's great to see you too. Charlie Gold had a premiere last night, and that's what we're going to be talking about. But like I said, because her video, I'm going to be skipping over portions that I believe got her into trouble with YouTube. So we're not. The world is ending. I don't know about that. Chica, hope you're feeling better. I'm doing a little bit better, Lamera Magrosa. Thank you for asking. Hope your arm is much better. Yeah, I hope your arm is much better. Lamera, I hope you're doing better too. I hope you have less pain in there. Well, that's a win. She's got to be pissed. She's got to be, right? Because she was talking about in her video last night about getting monetized and how she wanted to, be monetized and make money and all this. And lo and behold, this premiere is not going to make her a dime unless she got no, that's not true. That's not true. She got a lot of new members, including, guess who? Froggy. Anybody who thought Froggy turned over a new leaf, think again. Yeah, and of course, Ms. Hussey joined. I wonder if Ms. Hussey is going to start a GoFundMe to pay his monthly membership to Charlie's channel. I wonder. That warms the cookies of my heart to know Chuck won't earn a penny from that video. Me too. I wish. Oh, I'm sorry, Lamera. I'm sorry. Hey, Steph. Good to see you. AKL Joel L. Chuck CG is so dumb. She talks out of her. Easy for me to read. Ass in there. That she knows anything about how YT works. Death Valley. I see Sam and Sam and Yab also became members. But that's not surprising, considering they're all part of what they call their support group. Yeah, sub-support group. How bad was it? I mean, to get an age restriction, considering what passes on this platform. What I suspect, Charmaine, is Charlie Gold said something kind of gross, which I won't repeat right now, but it will be toward the end of the stream, where I think I can get away with it. And the other thing was there was a little bit of she put Chantal's more racier streams, the streams that Chantal herself had taken down, had deleted. And there was some racy talk, some talk that probably violates terms of service. Charlie too reacted. So about the first 15 minutes of that video, we're going to skip over that completely, as well as a port. Oh my God, what's going on? Why is Green Gypsy Bird being hidden? Okay. No, Green Gypsy Bird is good. Green Gypsy Bird is good. Okay. How bad was it? Yeah. I am great. The spring has broken here. Stupid YT. Yeah, you're right, Michelle. Hey, Nurse 65. Michelle R. Yeah, it is stupid. Negs homeboy. Hey, Nurse. It warms the cookies of my heart, too. Ha ha ha. Well, I couldn't get past the first 15 seconds of the video. I know, Lane. I know. It's painful. I know. It's painful. Lane, yeah, the membership. Yeah. Yeah, the memberships. Right, Michelle? Yeah, that didn't surprise me. That frog is a disgusting excuse for human existence. This is true, Lane. No argument there. No argument there. Please, I had to leave a chat last night because she picked a fight with me. Oh God. Blazing Peach, hey, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Yaba and Sam they call their viewers the support group, okay? Their community. their little sub clique, if you will, of Hater Nation. They call themselves the support group. Don't ask. Because I would explain it if I could, but I really can't. Simply because I don't get it. Not surprised. Yabba Dabba Feller is part of the cobble. Oh, absolutely, Squareball. Absolutely, GM. Absolutely. She's definitely not smaller. No, she ain't, Kate. No. I don't interact with Froggy. Never have, never will. That's probably the best policy, Death Valley. Probably the very best policy. Froggy was the one who got me, who was the one who reported me and got me IP banned from Twitter. So, yeah, probably best policy. You remind me of a Scorpio I know. No, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm a Libra. It was accidental. Okay. Okay, no problem. If there's accidents can happen. Hey, anchors. Good to see you. Gothic glitter. Gothic glitter. Fuck that frog. Yeah, I'm right with you, Lane. Right with you. Support group, more like death cult. Yeah, I'm with you there, GM. I'm with you there. Hey up. Isato, good to see you. Isa or Isato. I keep mispronouncing it, and I apologize for that, but it's good to see you too, Isato. Good to see you. Chrissy, you're a Libra too? Right on. Can't stand Froggy. It sucks we have to see her everywhere now. I know, Gothic. I know. I know. Blessing. Okay, so I got through everybody. Welcome, new and returning channel subscribers. If you are not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hello? Can you all hear me? It looks like the chat continued while I was out. Okay. All right. I apologize for this. The internet got knocked down here. Looks like I don't have to start a new stream. If someone can let people know on Twitter or wherever that we're back, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Okay, that was, I apologize for this. It was just one moment. The internet just completely crashed. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I think the other part, my service provider didn't hang up. Okay. Did they hang up? All right. Sometimes they don't hang up. Oh my God. Yay, now I can get my mind off that root canal. I'm so sorry you have to go through that, Haley. All right. Okay, thank you all for sticking around. I really appreciate this. For those of you who are new, we do have our share of tech problems, but never has the internet gotten completely knocked out. However, we are going through a windstorm in Montreal. I live on a 4th floor. So things probably get knocked out a little bit. As long as you're no, I'm not cut off. I pay my service provider, and man, actually, I'm gonna have to be. That reminds me, I'm gonna have to be looking into a new service provider that's a bit cheaper every month because I pay out the nose actually for my service here. I really do. I pay out the nose. So, oh God, I apologize for this. Thank you. I will timestamp this. I will timestamp this later when I jump off. I will timestamp the part with the dead air, the few minutes with the dead air, and so people can skip over that if you're watching in the replay. All right. Same, very windy here in Bonnie, Scotland. Oh, wow. Hang on. Damn, they didn't hang up. Oh, they didn't hang up. Oh, well, what's the worst the customer service person heard from me? That I might change providers? Oh, God. We that disgraced frog had your internet connection as a voodoo doll. You never know, GM. You just never know, because we know that haydurnation are now into voodoo dolls. That's the latest trend, so it might not be far off. It might not be far off. Oh my God. Let me go back in the chat. The Haggis Hunter. I don't think we've ever seen you here before. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Like I said, I apologize for this. Never, usually things are not that bad. Okay. Things are not that bad. But yeah, the internet's, yeah, bloody technology. Ain't it grand? Only when it works, right, Kate? Coming through, broken up now, silence again. Her internet is down. She's using her data right now. Yeah. Thank you, Michelle, for passing the message around. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Michelle. Oh, God. Metal bars onto us. Okay, the ads still play. Yeah, they do. Okay. Keepers, creatures in the deed. Quick, somebody stop the frog. She's got a rose thorn baseball bat smashing up her Mac and her Wi-Fi hub. Yeah. Oh, God. Well, fuck. Okay. So those of you who left, I'm sorry. I hope you get to catch it in replay. All right. Okay, we're going to laugh about it. All right, we're going to shake our rattle can first before we get to the festivities. I've been on a few times before, just found you. Followed Gigi, then Negs, and then you. Oh, well, thank you. That's great. Thank you, Haggis Hunter. As long as the po-po hasn't been around. Right, Kate? That's all we need. The cops showing up when I do a stream again. I think that makes me a legend. I don't know. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. But rattle, rattle can, here we come. Okay. For those of you who wish to support the channel, and I believe it's still a problem with iPhone users. There is, you can't see the join button. You can join through this link, iPhone users. You can join through this link. Also, one-time donations. I have PayPal. If you choose to go through the PayPal route, rest assured, I'm not in the habit of doxing people. I will keep all your information confidential. Okay? I will keep it all confidential. And YouTube doesn't take a 30% chunk out of it. So yeah, that's the other. So if you choose to go that route. I also have a merch store. Yeah, the merch. You know, you want a t-shirt, you want a mug. I've got all kinds to suit other people. Check out my second channel. I realize I've neglected my new channel, Fedora Social Experiment. I have neglected. I've been losing subs over there because of it. But yeah, we're back. Schizo like a boss. We are back. Oh my God. Hey, Lucy Lou the Praggle. Good to see you. Great to see you. Okay, so check out my second channel. There are some videos. I've neglected it because for the same reason I've neglected here. I've had some health issues over the past week. Many of you already know already. I'm not going to go into detail about it. Rest assured, without getting into too much detail here, I am being followed by a doctor and medical tests are coming up. So yeah, it's hurry up. It's the hurry up and waiting game. Yeah. We have a Discord server. Come and meet some awesome people in our Discord server. We're pretty chill. And we're pretty drama-free in there. We got rooms to suit all tastes. You have to be over the age of 18 to join. Yeah. You have to be over the age of 18 to join. Channel members, you might be particularly interested because we have chat rooms on the Discord server just for the channel members. So that might be of interest to you. Okay. All right. Hopefully the internet will hold, but I'm warning you right now. Like I said, we are having a windstorm here in Montreal, and I do live on the top floor of this building. And so you're going to hear wind. You might hear the wind and the sound, and that'll affect my audio a bit. And it's also to mean the internet may crap out again. It may. Okay, knock wood, it doesn't, but it may. Okay, so don't think I'm being rude. I'm just explaining what it could happen. Yeah, it could happen. Alrighty, the closest I can find is a tomato can. So we got Michelle's favorite part of the show out of the way. Yep. We got Michelle's favorite part of the show out of the way. Alrighty. So like I said, for those just joining in before the mess happened, just a quick, we are not going to be reviewing through Charlie Gold's entire video because because YouTube slapped an age restriction. Okay. YouTube slapped an age restriction on it. And I checked, so I watched the video just to see where the problems were. So I gauged where a few problems are. We're going to skip over it. We're going to start about 12 minutes in, and then we're going to get out and skip over a few minutes of the middle, and then we'll start back again. Okay, because the rest of it, I don't see it any different than the other reactions that she's done, really. As far that could get an age restriction. Yeah. All right. And I want to thank Green Gypsy Bird once again for giving me a hand sorting through this mess. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. YouTube slapped an age restriction on her video, Haggis. I can only guess why after watching it, like which parts. Particularly, like I said, I don't know why Charlie chose to put the more, shall we say, the more controversial, for lack of a better word, at the beginning of her video. She probably should have held off for 5 minutes. But anyways, her funeral, right? Not mine. Oh, that's a blessing. We don't have to watch the whole Fandango. No, we don't, Kate. We don't. There should have been an IQ restriction put on it, Death Valley. Much love to you too, Lucy. Let me guess, sitting there, the camera above the shoulders and shit face. Yeah, that smirk. That smirk. That smirk. That horrible, horrible smirk. Okay. Got to get x-rays. Guess have to catch the rest on replay. Okay, Haley, thank you for stopping by. Alrighty, let's get started. Let's remember when I start the reaction, as a reminder, or those who are new, I'm going to be looking at another screen, so I won't be able to see the chat. Okay, so every so often I will flip screens and check on all of you. Are you going to need an exorcism after this? I don't know, GM. Stay tuned. We will see on the next episode of As the Tummy Turns. Cue in cheesy soap opera, soapy organ music. Oh, just showing her slappable smirk. Very true. Very true. Okay. Is green? Okay. Alrighty. Ready. All right. Let's get started. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would help if I click share screen, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. It's called Foopageddon. Foodie Beauty versus anyone without collapsing lungs. That title alone probably got her into trouble. In all honesty, it probably got her into trouble. So let's go back. Let me check my notes.
Docs their parents. I'm sure I could find your parents. Docs.
Hang on. I have to consult my notes. Where's the timestamp? All right, here we go.
I decided to trim this one down, but moving forward, I will probably be splitting the live streams up into 2 parts.
Nobody cares. Cue in the Eric Cook. Nobody cares. Okay, no, that's not true. I care. I wouldn't be reacting to this if I didn't. But I don't care about that kind of minutia.
That will explain why I jump around so much when it comes to the reaction in general. It's to save time because the video itself is already about 40 minutes long, and I didn't want to make it any longer for you guys. But moving forward...
But that's never stopped you before. You've always made 40-minute long videos. That's never stopped you before. More often than not, though, it's 30 minutes of dead air and maybe 5-10 minutes of talking. I remember when Belinda edited...
I am taking that into consideration, so my reactions may look a bit different. Same attitude, of course, here to stay. But they may look a little different as far as me trying to get these pre-recorded videos out there for you guys. Because I'm not going anywhere. Now, to quickly address my...
God, when she smiles, she looks constipated. Smirk.
My presence. You're welcome. But
I'm not thanking you.
To yourself,
I'm not thanking you.
I thought you'd delete your channel if you didn't reach your weight loss goal. Very true. Am I going to delete my channel? No. Should that be criticized? Absolutely.
Yeah, and you don't mean that, because whenever we do criticize you, even in the slightest, you call us racists. But anyway.
Did I maybe set a goal that was a bit too high? Yes. Did I think that at the time? No. Should that be?
Okay, we can all make mistakes, and mistakes can be forgiven. The problem is you kept compounding and covering up. Instead of admitting, off the bat, you made a mistake, taking ownership of it. You never did that.
Criticized? Absolutely. Give your opinions, criticize it. It's fine. Do I feel I have a right to still react to the train wrecks I react to? Absolutely.
Yeah, I have a right to react to you. This train wreck.
Why? Because I can.
Because I can too. If we want to play that game, two can play this, dear. Two can play this.
Now let's get into this mess. Foodie Beauty, Marie, our favorite Canadian toddler.
Canadian toddler. This, ladies and gentlemen, qualifies as constructive criticism, calling her a Canadian toddler. Yeah, what does that make me? I'm a Canadian what? What am I? Canadian what?
Has truly outdone herself over the last few months. She decided to Talkin that knee-length fupa and further offend groups of people, further contradict herself, and be very hypocritical while doing it. All
hypocritical. We're going to be talking a lot about the theme of hypocrisy throughout this, because this is a recurring theme.
In the name of defending herself against criticism.
No, it's called bullying, nitpicking, harassment. That's what you do, okay? Let's get that out of the way.
She will forever be appreciated in some sense on my channel because she is the content that keeps on.
She signs your paychecks. She signs your paychecks. Let's get
giving. There's been a lot of deleted live streams. Yes, I have a copy of pretty much all of them. I'll be reacting to most. There will be some that will be out of.
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's a reason likely why Chantal deleted most of those streams. Okay? And it looks like some of them that you replayed at the beginning part of your video is why your video it got slapped with an age restriction.
Order, but I'll get through them.
I'm
I will
sure.
absolutely get through them.
I'm sure. We'll get through it together.
Because I truly enjoy monetizing my opinion, and I bask
Opinion, is that what we call it?
in the idea of monetizing my opinion against a trash bigot like Chantel.
And it takes one to know one, don't it, Chuck?
Oh, let's get right into the video.
Let's get right into it.
She was frustrated from the beginning, which is why she shouldn't have gone live.
Kitty.
We're going to talk about this once and for all. And then, like I said in my community post, I deleted.
Okay, obviously she's doing a retro react. It's to the stream Chantal did. It's a stream that Chantal did. It was when she was having that skirmish with Life by Jen. Okay, as a reminder, that stream was long since deleted. So this is just a refresher.
I am going to explain something to you guys, okay? Number one, I don't know why people expect me to be an expert at intuitive eating, like I'm just supposed to just all of a sudden be cured of any problems I have with eating.
I personally don't expect her to be any type of expert.
Neither are you, and this is the problem. You and many in your community, or your so-called community, I prefer to call it a mean girl clique, you all profess to be experts. You all profess to know more than Chantal or know what's best for Chantal. But, Charlie, here's the evidence. You're sitting on camera. You look like you packed on weight. Okay, ordinarily, I have to stress this, I wouldn't care if you packed on weight ordinarily. If you did any other kind of content and you steered away from that, I wouldn't care. But you're making me care because this is the way to illustrate your own hypocrisy here. So you're making me care here.
I just don't think it's going to work.
Okay, it may not work. And yeah, we're going to be visiting the theme of binge eating disorder because Charlie Gold gets it wrong. Okay, we're going to see shortly. Charlie Gold gets that wrong, and we're going to be reading a passage from the Mayo Clinic website to fact check.
Etc. Verdict. Okay. You know, I'm so sick of seeing in my recommended when I click on my own video somebody reacting to my intuitive tacos or my intuitive eating. Like, are you an expert? Are you my nutritionist? Are you my doctor?
I don't know if you even have those.
Can be part of intuitive eating. So in case you...
And she does have a choice to select do not recommend. It is an option.
And it's an option for you to be better. Don't you always preach at the intro and at the exit what is it? How does that go again? How does that mantra go again? Be better today than you were yesterday and be greater tomorrow than you were today. Okay. Why don't you practice what you preach?
But yet she still complains.
In case you didn't know, the 10 principles of intuitive eating, let's just go through them quickly, okay? Number one, reject the diet mentality.
Yep. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Reject the diet mentality. I know I have.
You have to keep in mind that I know I keep going back and forth between health stuff and mukbanging, but I'm trying to find a balance with this, my own health journey, and still
find it offline.
Some food content that is enjoyable.
That won't work.
And not always just, you know what I mean? Like,
no.
My ways of eating are not very conventional, and that's just, I think that's just how it's just going to be for me, and I have to try.
You got to do what works for you, basically, and there's no cookie cutter measure. I've talked about this with drug addiction and alcohol. There is no one size fits all, and I think the same would apply with EDs or binge eating disorder or food addiction. I think the same would apply here, and this is something a lot of Haydurnation and their supporters don't seem to grasp.
Try to find ways around it. Anyway, so that being said, I just figure I want to have like a burger days series where I make different kinds of burgers, you know, but like at home and try different kinds of burgers, you know, like exploring more food and stuff. I guess I still do. They haven't been binges, Blondie Blue. They're not binges. You don't know me. You don't know my eating disorder. You don't know what a binge is for me. And I take a personal offense to that.
No one cares. She
Oh
has,
no, you do care. You wouldn't be reacting to it if you didn't. No, you do care. Let's get that out of the way.
binge. She continues to binge, and I don't know if she understands yet, which is actually part of the problem.
Yes, Dr. Chuck. Dr. Chuck. Yeah. All hail Dr. Chuck. I'm going to come to the chat right now. Hang on. Coming to you in the chat. Coming to you in the chat. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Coming to you in the chat. Okay, sorry. The chat on YouTube is not working for me, so I'm going to be referring to the chat on StreamYard. All right, let's go back. Let's go back a bit. I'm going to go back a bit. Okay. So by Haley Harris and P. Get the rosary beads ready. Do we need to say prayers, Haggis Hunter? Cute Days of Our Lives theme, right? Or The Young and the Restless. I despise her. You and me both, Steph. You and me both. Lube, see Lou, so glad we're not watching the whole thing. Don't think I can handle that. No, we're not going to do that. Haggis, let me get my cross. Right on, right on. No one cares. Sure, Jan. Yeah, right? I was going to say, okay. Yeah. Okay, Michelle, I'll bring the holy water for the refreshments. Right on, Haggis, right on. Marlene Dietrich, hey, good to see you here. Yes, she is very smug indeed. Good to see you, Marlene Dietrich. The Haggis Hunter, don't forget the hors d'oeuvres. Yeah. Pre-recorded Amber, is that you? That's all she's got after being MIA for so long. Still so boring after all these years. Considering Chantal suffers from not only asthma, but also pulmonary embolisms, talking about her lung health is not only in poor taste, it's irrelevant, as she could be prone to that fat or thin. Exactly, Death Valley. That's why I also thought it was tasteless. I think maybe the title alone might have been a good start as to what got Charlie into trouble. Lucky I didn't tag the title of the video in mine then, and I won't. She'd rather yell, hooray, is right, Michelle. Asking and answering your own questions for 10 minutes is really obnoxious. Oh, I'm sorry, Steph. I'm sorry if I'm doing that. I was going to say she is a train wreck. Yeah, right, Michelle? Why does she have to put Canadian in front of it like she doesn't like us or something? I thought the same thing too, Michelle. I honestly have thought the same thing. She doesn't like Canadians, but she sure wants to visit with Yaba and DC Clara come June 2021. Trudeau, keep the damn border closed. Keep the damn border closed, Trudeau, Prime Minister, Mr. Prime Minister. Keep it closed. Yeah, there's a lot of hippos. No way nowadays. Right, Lane? I know, Lane. Groups of people. You are a Canadian rattle can or a Canadian bag lady, as Hussey says. Yeah, that's true. Very true, GM. Charlie jumping around. Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine, right, Lucy Lou? Yeah. She is your content. It isn't yours. Exactly. Exactly, Michelle. The cheek of that hussy, one to criticize anyone. Really? Yep, that's true, Kate. Hey, Nikki Chuckles. Good to see you. That smirk, known as a sociopathic smirk. I'm right with you, Steph. I know if I ever did that smirk with my parents when I was young, I would have been smacked. I would have been. She can go live if she wants. Exactly. Exactly. She can always get a job if she needs to monetize so badly. True, Kate. This is very true. Yeah, she is bringing all this stuff back after all these months. I know, Gothic. Ain't it something? The filter is obnoxious. Yep, I'm with you there, AK. I'm with you there. Right, Steph? Like duping delight. Because she doesn't practice what she preaches. True. This isn't a retro react. This was a pre-recorded video that Chuck has sat on. It's no coincidence that it happens to be the tomato soup Nazi video and released on Chantal's birthday. Planned it. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you there, Death Valley. What has any of Chantal's business got to do with Big Charlene? I really don't know, Kate. I really don't know. Mayonnaise Clinic. The Mayo Clinic. Yeah. We'll be reviewing that soon. Death Valley. Yes, this is an old video. Charlene sitting like Jabba the Hutt. So this is, while we're on the subject, Charlie sat on this video. She pre-recorded it a while back and then sat on it and released it on Chantal's birthday. You're in no position, Charlie, to critique Amberlynn for pre-recording her videos. Yeah, even her iceberging the camera is working against her today. It's not possible to hide the weight gain. Thank you, Steph, because Steph, I thought I needed new glasses for a moment. I thought I needed to get my prescription upgraded. I love that the IR plan to trigger Chantal failed. You and me both, AK. She never practices what she preaches. No, she don't. Oh, okay. Thank you, Steph, for clarifying. I appreciate you. Thank you, Steph, for clarifying. Charlie and Froggy really cursed your life. They did, didn't they? Addiction to food, similar. People are different. Different thing working, different people. LMAO. Steph meant Chuck doing that Fedora. She's answering her own questions. Okay, Def. Yeah, we've clarified that. Thank you. LOL, DC Spurg will get Ontario and Montreal mixed up. Probably. Nope, cancel, support group 2021. Get the hockey sticks. Yes, we're all going to patrol the border with hockey sticks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to patrol the border with hockey sticks. All right, let's continue right into it.
Because she's in so much denial, I don't think she's fully understanding what her binges look like anymore. Either that or she's blatantly lying. It could be a little bit of both.
You don't know what a binge is. I've never, ever binged a full binge on camera, ever. So why are you here, Gabby? Like, why are you here? Get out of here. Like, why do people come here to watch just to counter what I'm saying? Like,
because you're a train wreck. This is exactly why people will comment
and you're a train wreck too. It takes one to know one.
And criticize and sometimes even troll because she will give them this response majority of the time. That's why.
Like me, or you don't like what I do, or you don't believe what I say, go watch something else. You know? So,
here's the thing about Chantal, okay? You may not like her content, and that's fine. That's totally fine. You know, everybody can't be everybody to everybody. But my point is, Chantal does her own thing. It's her own content. She's not hurting other people. Okay? She claps back when she's had enough with the people like charliegold or Miss Hussey or DC Clara. She claps back when she's had enough. Now, if you don't like it, you don't like her clapping back, here's a solution. Don't exhibit the behavior that's making her clap back in the first place, because it's your behavior that's problematic.
So, but people are worried about me, but I'm still living, I have to live my own life. Mm-hmm. You can't live somebody's life for them. You can't bully them into changing. You can't tell them what to do.
This is true, all true.
If you really want to help, shut the fuck up and let me do what I need to do.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I can't, we may not, you know, some may not agree with it, but I can't argue. It's her life. At the end of the day, it's her life. It's up to her to make these decisions for herself. What goes on between her or her healthcare providers is exactly that, between her and her healthcare providers.
My own way. And I mean that as nicely as possible.
And I don't mean this nicely. I'm going to watch, react, and criticize as many times as I want. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't have to view it.
No, how about you try being better and living by your mantra and stop being a goddamn hypocrite?
As many times as people want to send her things, she doesn't have to respond. I receive things weekly that are sent to me that people are saying, you know what I do? I don't bring attention to it. I don't react to it majority of the time, especially if it's not the two people I'm reacting to. I mind the business that actually pays me. She's one of them.
Oh, so we're finally admitting that Chantal signs your paychecks? Oh my goodness. Did you hear that, chat? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Haggis, get out those rosary beads right now. Get those rosary beads.
Dictate what fat people should and shouldn't do. And that's part of the disordered mentality right then and there. And I'm tired of explaining it with every single thing I eat. People trying to make me feel bad for what I eat. If you want to help, then just be quiet. You know, like, it's not, you can't shame somebody into changing. It makes things worse.
This is true, and there is science to back that up. There are scientific articles to back that up. It's true.
You know?
And you can't threaten people into not criticizing you any longer.
She can clap back against you for bullying, harassing, and nitpicking at her and taking and stealing her content. She can do that.
You actually further grow the community around you with those behaviors.
No, let's, no. And I'm coming back to you in the chat because this is worthy of discussion. For someone who has a food addiction herself, Chuck has some brass neck bagging on someone else in the exact same boat. I find it unbelievable for an adult. She has no insight. This is true. And this is what we're going to, this is what I wanted to, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Hang on, just let me go back a bit. I lost my train of thought.
Not criticizing you any longer. You actually further grow the community around you with those behaviors.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's where we are. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. That happens to me every so often as well. Okay, let's talk about that. Your mean girl clique is getting reduced, okay? They're big. The days of you of these reactors getting hundreds of thousands or even 5-figure subs are over. The new channels that are sprouting out can't seem to get past about 5,000 subscribers. They can't. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, Hater Nation is dying a slow death. Hater Nation is dying a slow death. Okay, people are seeing through your bullshit, Charlie. By the way, you're not that bitch anymore, and you ain't the de facto leader of Hater Nation anymore. Others have been competing for that spot. So yeah, we need the Hater Nation Bible. Let us pray. Yeah, right, Michelle. You can't love someone out of an addiction, so you certainly cannot hate someone out of it. Well put, Kate. Well put. Well put. Can't blame Sean. No, you can't. We can't. We can't. I do want to meet a strapping man in Canada and enjoy them with him. Chuck needs to concentrate on finding a less oily foundation and improving her blending technique on her neck. Hey, I don't even do makeup, Death Valley. I'm not going to comment on the makeup. I don't do makeup. So I'm not going to comment on the makeup. She doesn't deserve an iconic Canadian dish. I want to know who damaged the yellow metal bar to the point it's acceptable to hurt other hurting people. Yeah. Yeah, it is, Haggis. It is. It is indeed. Uses Manic. Charlie's just mad she wants her poutine. Hey, Manic Panic. Yeah, she made a comeback last night, Manic Panic. Thank you. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Those star tattoos on her shoulder are expanding. Yeah, they seem to be, Death Valley. Nikki chuckles. You rock. I appreciate your comments on any stream I see you. Right on, right on. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, like I said, I love when Chantal. Yeah, I do too, GM. I do too. But like I said, that's how it is. That's how it is. Hater Nation is a dying entity. Even if new reaction channels are sprouting up, they are never going to get the views or the subscribers that that people did in their heyday. People like Zachary Michael, charliegold, Michael B. Petty, or even on a slightly smaller scale like Callie, like OPS. And even they, like OPS and Michael B. Petty are gone. They're gone for a reason. And Charlie making a comeback, she's never going to get she's never going to get all those thousands of subs that she lost back. She's never going to get that back. She's never going to get the views she once upon a time did. So it's a dying too. Oh, Negs is premiering as well? Oh, well, okay. Well, okay.
So anyway, yeah, a binge. I wouldn't even be allowed to put that video on YouTube. Guarantee they don't want to people talking about their problems like that. So honestly, if you want to hear what a real binge is like, it's not that Wendy's meal I had. It's not a binge. That was nothing. That was down 1,400 calories. But you know what? That's all I had today. So just because I get paid for my videos doesn't mean I'm going to kiss people's ass when they don't deserve it. Sorry, not like that. I never will.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree with that. It doesn't mean that either, but you know. As far as the binge is concerned, well, let's listen to Charlie first, and then we're going to get into the definition from the Mayo Clinic.
We agree on something.
So, anyways,
Shocker.
now I've said a million times, I have a therapist. And that's the thing, I don't feel like I have to justify.
She's only gone to that therapist once or twice.
And how would you know? Do you live with her? Charlie, do you live with her? Are you her escort? Do you escort her everywhere she goes? How would you know?
So the fact that she keeps going on and saying she has a therapist is pretty misleading. Very misleading.
I don't know. Do you know? And I don't know. And we got to keep in mind with COVID and the province where she lives in, because the Ford government over there can't get anything right, much like here, much like the train wreck, the shit show that is here. They can't get it right. So it is entirely possible. Maybe it is more difficult to get a point, even by teleconference, might be more difficult.
Misleading, actually.
So this is the only video I'm doing of that, and then I'm so done with it. And like I said, I've just been deleting people who just leave negative comments about what I eat. Why? Like what? Like I farted. Oh, you have to react to that?
I mean,
You
it's
know, or like every
disgusting.
single thing I eat, that's like so detrimental to somebody trying to better themselves, you know?
Don't watch it.
I shouldn't have to get off the internet. I have a good audience.
You
for
don't
my
have to.
videos, so why should I have to get off the internet?
Yeah, but Charlie, you always tell, you and your friends always tell her to get off the internet. How often have I seen that on Twitter? Tell her to get off the internet, get off the internet. Oh, and let's not pretend you guys live for her binges. It's been apparent. I mean, hell, Yaba even made a tweet. Oh, yay, she's starting mukbangs again. You guys live for that. So that's already poked holes like you care about her health. You've already punched holes in that.
But more negativity can exist. How about the other way around? How about YouTube does more to protect their creators?
Well, I just took a hefty break, and it seems as though she's been the same. It seems as though she's actually really put her foot in her mouth, even further for several months. So I guess I wasn't the problem after all.
Oh, no. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves.
Make videos badgering other people and harassing and bullying other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but is
God, that
fucking backwards?
smirk. That smirk.
And not be offended. I'm not allowed to be offended by somebody just because they're a viewer. You know what I mean? Like,
You're allowed to.
anyways, they should not be labeling things as binge eating when they don't know what binge eating is, you know? And that's why it's such bullshit when people say, you know, people will get mad at me or like Jen when a fucking bullying reaction channel gets taken down, when they're like, well, we can't wait for your channel to get taken down because you're monetizing your eating disorder. No, I don't think so.
You are.
So for YouTube to say,
Okay, let's assume she is monetizing her eating disorder. And Charlie, you're monetizing her eating disorder. How does that put you on the moral high ground?
that fat people are not allowed to eat on camera, which is we're humans, we're eating a meal, is ridiculous and discrimination. That would be taken to court so easily. If they allowed skinny people to do it.
Chantel hasn't even taken me to court, so I find it hard to believe that she would be able to afford to take YouTube, $1 billion business, to court.
I don't think she'll take YouTube to court either. But if anybody listened to the wording of Chantal, we're going to get into semantics. We'll get into semantics and nitpick here. Chantal said it could be taken to court. She didn't say she would. She said it could. Hey, you like to nitpick, Charlie? I could play that game too.
Yeah, sticking up for yourself is toxic, right? Yeah. That's what they do.
The
They
way
push
you
you and
stick
everything.
up for
They want to
yourself.
And whether we like it or not, it would be a form of discrimination. If YouTube were to, let's say, go through a fine-tooth comb, and I don't think they will, for the record, for many reasons, it wouldn't be profitable for YouTube to do that. They don't pay much attention to much. Many of the terms of service are not being enforced. But if they were to start discerning, oh, well, she's fat, she shouldn't be eating on camera. She's skinny, she can eat on camera. That is a form of discrimination. You may not agree with a fat person eating in public, which I find absolutely, because yeah, fat people got to eat too. But that's another discussion for another time. But yeah, it's like, why are you barring one segment of the population and not another?
Can defend yourself
You
is
turn it around. You know, like people can't freaking take it. Look at what's her face. That freaking life of a whatever.
Haha,
Callie.
you threw her under
My
the bus.
girlfriend Callie, life of free spirit, who is loved by me.
Who you threw under the bus. Okay, who you threw under the bus because you were kowtowing to gaining ground, thinking you were gonna play some haydurnation games through collabs.
A man who loves her, by a man who doesn't look like he's being held hostage, by a man who will claim her proudly.
I don't know. That's not the vibe I get when I see on video. But anyways, that's not the vibe I get when I see them together on video. Because anyways.
I know she can't relate.
When apes.
She can't relate. She lived with a dude for 8 years. Say it with me, Charlie. His name was BB. She lived with him for 8 years. Yeah, I think she can relate. God, I get the Charlie. She blocked out the BB years.
Shit. Can't handle whenever I say something about her.
Okay, so let me
Hang on.
address this. When she first said ape shit, I was truly annoyed because of the simple fact that Chantel is racist.
No, she's not.
But the term ape shit in itself is not a racist term.
Wow. Somebody admitting.
It is widely used, and the issue that I had is because she knows her history, she knows the criticism, and
okay, here's the other thing. Charlie is kind of boxed into a corner here because, I mean, let's remember Ms. Hussey did also use the term, and we've seen the clips floating around. The clips, I'm sure, still exist. Ms. Hussey used the term ape shit as well. And who else? Shane, yeah, Callie's own boyfriend used the term chimp out. He's used the term chimp out. So, yeah, you're kind of all boxed into a corner there.
she could have used a different term, especially since she has claimed in the past she didn't know primates connected to Black people or people of color is racist.
I didn't know that either, because if anybody remembers 5th grade science, I'm sure our teachers all taught us about the theory of Darwin, that the human race, we are all evolved from apes. I realize it's a controversial view for some. It certainly was back in Charles Darwin's day. But it is a theory that is being taught in elementary school and high school science classes these days, that we all, no matter what color we are, no matter what ethnicity we are, we all evolved from primates.
Was this racist, this term? No, it's not a racist term. I still was annoyed that she used it, but technically that's a me problem. It's not racist.
Wow, she took a smart pill there.
The term ape shit technically isn't racist. It's widely used across the board. So I just want to make that very clear.
Talk all day about me on Twitter or whatever. You know? Yeah, why is that, Jimmy James? Why is that? We deserve that, right? No, I don't think so. So that was my opinion. I was trying to be helpful. But yeah, I probably, you know what? It's not my business. You're right. So, hey, that's the only comment I left about that, and that's it. So, as for pizza stories, I don't read them. He wrote them like what?
Okay, this is where we're going to skip over because that might have been a problem. Okay. So we're going to skip over that. Let me go to my notes where the timestamp is. Okay. All right. I'm going to come to you in the chat before we continue. What about back shit? Okay. All righty, let's go. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to come to you in the chat before we continue. What about back shit? Okay. Okay. All righty, let's go. Yes. 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 All righty, let's go. Yeah, she has game for sure, right? AK, yeah, I want. GM, she doesn't deserve an iconic Canadian dish. Okay, I'm going for someone who has a food addiction herself. Charlie has some brass neck bagging on somebody else in the exact same boat. I find it unbelievable for an adult. She has no insight. Very true. Chuck needs to concentrate on finding a less. Okay, we already covered that. Sorry, I went too far back. Sorry, we went. Okay, hang on. Okay. GM, sorry about that. Her original content and humor. Let us pray, but let us Michelle, because their morals are just that limp. That is so true. Death Valley, I was quoting Belinda. That was true too. Yes, that's from Belinda. The let us pray, spelled like lettuce, like the salad. That's from Belinda. We got to credit Hater Nation News Network for that. The Haggis Hunter, I'm always in the stream to cheer in. All right. Negs is premiering. Yeah, I saw that too. Oh, well, so that's why, okay. Zachary, I identify as a granny, Michael. GM, I have never made it to her lives yet. I'm sleeping when others are awake. Oh dear. I'm staying here. I'll watch Negs replay. Very good. Thank you, Death Valley. Me too, Haggis Hunter. Love your name. I'm from Glasgow originally, but live in London now. Cool. Same Death Valley, although it is hard to resist the sexy Negs. Death Valley, usually they try not to overlap live and premieres. Yeah, we'll watch the replay too. Thank you. A disaster, 100% a disaster over here. Yeah, it is. It is. Most therapy is done online at the moment, so how would she know when or how much she's in contact with the therapist? Prime example of them constructing their own narrative. Absolutely true, Death Valley, and I already talked about this. Most of it is being done via teleconference these days. And in her province, I believe that is happening again, or still. Thank you. I do love the Ouija's, although even I can say I'm not one. More a neighbor to Ouija land. All London cool, you like it. Hefty break, true. Like she has on Twitter. Right. I think Negs thought Fedora's stream was kaput. Yeah, well, it was kaput for a few minutes, Death Valley? I thought it was when the internet went down. So far, it's holding still. And let's knock wood that it does, because it's still howling outside. I do. Thanks. It grows on you. Should have taken a longer break, Jabba the Hutt. Mighty, meaning it mighty Charlie. Kate, it sure does. The Somerset accent kills me. Proper country. Oh, where's me cider? She's not monetizing her ED because although you may see her eat a large portion, even sometimes, you have never witnessed a true outright binge on camera. This proves she knows jack shit about EDs. This is true, and we're going to get to the Mayo Clinics shortly. We're going to get to that. But YT censored you swearing. Yeah, they do. They do. This is a witch, that we call in Italian a demon. Oh, somebody else is Italian. Cool. If she comes for my husband, gaining ground again. Oh. No, she didn't talk about gaining ground in her stream, in her premiere, whatever you want to call it. There seems to be a lot of demons floating about. Very true. If she has to say something about their relationship, then that is sus. That is true. Apeshit has never been a racist term ever. No, and Charliegold even admitted that it's not a racist term. It's not. Read Charlie. Let me call a Roman Catholic prelate the Haggis Hunter. A racist term. What about batshit? It's our only hope. Get the Vatican involved. It's our only hope. So why did she mention it then? That wind sounds like biting cats. Yeah, I apologize for that. I can't do much about it. We are having a windstorm here. Yeah, it is, Steph. We're having a windstorm, and I live on the top floor of this building. So I apologize for that. Yeah. Do you know your criticism, Chuck? Are you even aware of of your own definitions, your own wayward plans? that you spouted at the mouth. Do you realize that as a human being, we do this fucking times? Steph it seems to be windy. It is windy. It's very windy here. Yeah, Steph, it's really windy with Fedora. That's why we lost the stream earlier. You just have to ignore it. Yeah, I apologize. It's still here. I am not supporting him for now. He went back on too many. Okay, that's fine, Lane. That's fine. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. We don't have to like everybody all the time. That's fine. You know, but Lane, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So several months later, after the damage is already done, she admits that apeshit isn't racist. Good job, Charlie. Yeah, I know, AK. I know. Lane, a bit of breathing space, letting the dust settle may not be a bad idea. He has a good heart, you know. This is true. He does have a good heart. I've been friends with him online for quite a few years, even before I got into this kind of content. But I understand where you're coming from, Lane. I do understand where you're coming from. Green Gypsy Bird, hey, good to see you. Pacific Northwest Liz, you love the sound of the wind? Then you'd love it here in my apartment right now. You'd love it here in my apartment. Yeah, she did the research that apeshit was a term coined during the Korean War during the 50s. Apeshit means going crazy as a primal manner. Oh, I did that part. I didn't know, Death Valley. You see, I learn something new every day. I don't mind the wind noise. It just amused me. It sounded like cats. No, I don't have any pet cats here. I don't have any pet cats. Yeah. For those coming back and left when the stream was died for a bit, just as a reminder, we have a windstorm here, and thus the internet was knocked out for a few minutes. But I was surprised that the stream remained intact. I was thinking I'd have to set up a whole new one, but no, we're continuing on. Oh, no, there are no children in my building, Lane. Although in the building across the alley, across from mine, in the summertime, there are a lot of little kids. So we hear a lot of screaming kids in the summer. But no, this is what we have. We have a windstorm here. All righty, let's continue. All right. So we've already skipped past the middle part. It's where they're talking about Pete's fan fiction. We are skipping over that, because I think that might have also been problematic in getting charliegold's video age restricted. I'm trying to avoid that over here. I can live with limited monetization, like a yellow, but I really would not want it to be read like completely demonetized, because if age restriction, videos that are age restricted, automatic demonetization. That's why. And the second reason why we're glossing over that is I have no idea what fan fiction Pete's writes, so I can't comment about it. All right, but I think I've skipped over it. Let's continue.
The same problem as her, and just, you know, I don't know, I just think, just suggesting my opinion. Doesn't mean she has to follow it or whatever, you know, but, I mean, I understand. Like,
So she could waddle over to someone's channel to give their opinion, but people can't watch her content and give their opinion on their own channel.
Waddle. That's nice. That's constructive criticism. Waddle. Okay, I think we're referring to the Jen Chantal skirmish from way back when. And I've talked about it a few times in a few other streams. I don't know who started that pissing contest, and it's immaterial, really, to me. So I'm not going to sort through that. But the point is, I think, I don't know who started what, but the point was Jen herself, if we remember, when she gets herself in a spot of trouble with haydurnation, instead of clapping back or fighting back or ignoring it, she tends to suck up to them. And I think this is what Chantal is talking about. Yeah. And right now, Jen serves a purpose for old Chuck Gold here. And that's why Chuck Gold is going to be kind of nice to her.
okay, if she came over to my channel and tried to tell me how to lose weight, I would be like, bitch, seriously? But, at the same time, you know,
God, that smirk.
Like,
That smirk.
you know,
That smirk. Ah!
okay, I'm gonna go read it.
She should not have done this.
Fucking nasty to her. She obviously is like has misplaced meat.
So remember how that guy, I think Here by Jay, went on live stream and reacted to Trisha Paytas' video, and that didn't end well for him?
Anybody know about that? I know nothing about that incident, but Trisha Paytas herself. I mean, talk about a problematic YouTuber with a much larger following. And even with her much larger following, she doesn't have the following she had even a year ago. And I doubt she's going to get that back because Trish has pulled a lot of shit. She has caused harm to a lot of communities, like the DID community, the transgendered community. There's a problematic train wreck that actually harms people. I think recently, didn't she was caught on camera hitting her boyfriend. Yeah, and I don't know Hair by Jay, so okay.
She shouldn't have done this either. Because you didn't know what you were walking into, even though she should have had an idea. And yet
we don't know how much of an idea she had when she was walking into. And sometimes when we see red, something initially, when we see red, we're going to react. And it's human, and this is all of us as human beings. A natural, I'm not saying everybody does, but a lot of us do. You know, we see something, we see red. We're going to do and say the first thing that comes to mind. May not be the most appropriate or whatever, but we're going to do the first thing that comes to mind. Now, in this case, yeah, Jen was being a hypocrite. Jen was making ableist comments about Chantal. Jen was sniping at Chantal's intuitive eating, while Jen's own, how long has she been doing dirty keto chopples videos for over a year now? And nothing has changed, right? So I think this is what we're getting into now.
still did this on live stream.
I posted a comment on Foodie Beauty's latest video, Wendy's Milk Bag, that she didn't approve. I haven't been in my comments in forever. I get deleted comments. I bet you it's in my inbox right now for comments.
It's about to get good.
I'm looking for it.
Stay tuned for another episode of As the Tummy Turns. Cue in the cheesy word and music. It's about to get good.
I don't see it. Maybe you should ask me about it before you just go off.
Wait,
Attaching a
the same way she didn't even confirm I sent an email that I clearly never sent and went on a racist rage of a stream.
No, I remember it was not a racist rage, Chuck. Let's cut the hyperbole a bit. Let's cut the hyperbole a tad. But yeah, it was and as a reminder, I have heard stuff like Chantal's getting videos, getting emails or message or DMs, even threatening her own family members. Okay, so that might also have something to do with what makes Chantal tick. We see me tick, like I said, Jan's views when she doxed me in January, she desecrated my father's memory by posting my father's obituary. And my father's been gone for 7 years, so that would have had to taken some digging. Okay, I see red too. Every time I see Jan now, I see red. You know what I mean? It's family is family. But here's the thing. Chantal has also admitted that she wasn't sure that it was actually charliegold that sent the email. I don't believe charliegold sent the email either. Why? For one particular reason, and then I'm speaking from my own personal experience, charliegold doesn't do her own dirty work, okay? She never gets her hands dirty. She has minions like Meaty, Moody, Beady Jones and Froggy and Callie doing her bidding for her.
To then threaten to look into my family.
Oh yeah, now French fried Goro. Let's not forget my fellow Montrealer. Yeah.
And all these. And all she posted is a community post. And this has this livid?
Community post, video, podcast. It made her livid. What's the point? I saw Jan's Views sock account post and sharing out my father's obituary on Twitter. What's the point?
Okay. Like she wants reaction channels to grab this and have comment room. I didn't delete your comment. I didn't even see it. So you're just basically leaving me a comment just because I left you a comment. Obviously, I'm not an eating disorder specialist, but I'm pretty sure common sense can tell you that eating Wendy's is not intuitive eating. No, you don't know anything about intuitive eating. Obviously,
You don't either.
Actually, Wendy's can be part of intuitive eating. I have not read the book, okay, just to say. I'm going by information by what I was told by my nurse about it, okay, by my own diabetic nurse. I should say nurse, diabetic specialist, nurse tells me. It can be Wendy's. It can be.
Stream tonight, you should rewatch it. I'm pretty sure you know that a binge is a lot more than a meal from Wendy's, okay? One baked potato, a burger.
First of all,
Okay, I think I remember it was a baked potato. It was a baked potato. It was a salad. It was a salad, a baked potato, maybe a hamburger, or maybe one of their sandwiches and a drink. Okay, if memory serves. But there was definitely a salad and a baked potato with some cheese sauce on it. And as far as mukbangers are concerned, okay, I don't think it was that terrible. I called it baby steps. Baby steps. And, you know, I always say take the victories, no matter how small, from where you can get them. And did it qualify as a binge? Not according to the Mayo Clinic's definition. We're going to get to that very soon. I know I keep saying that, but I promise it's going to come. Let's just let Charlie spew her crap first.
I actually dislike when her and Amberlynn do this. Not only can a binge be a meal from Wendy's, one singular meal from Wendy's, a binge can also be something that isn't even high calorically.
That is where you're wrong. You're wrong, girl.
I've binged before on half a pack of Quaker Oats.
Oh, geez. Bring out the laxatives. No wonder you always look constipated. No wonder you always look constipated, dear. Now we got the answer.
Rice cakes. They come in 2 separate packs, and one of the packs, I think, comes out to 250 to 300 calories.
Rice cakes, yeah.
Even though it was 300 calories, it was still a binge. And
No. I'm going to put the link in the chat for the Mayo Clinic on binge eating disorder for anybody who's interested. I'll put it in right now if you want to follow along with me, or you want to read it later. I'll post the link later in a pinned comment. But, yeah, let's read it together. All right. The overview says, binge eating disorder is a serious eating disorder in which you frequently consume unusually large amounts of food and feel unable to stop eating. Almost everyone overeats on occasion, such as having seconds or thirds of a holiday meal. But for some people, excessive overeating that feels out of control and becomes a regular occurrence crosses the line to binge eating. When you have binge eating disorder, you may be embarrassed about overeating and vow to stop. It's like that too with alcoholism and drug addiction. This is one example of where they mirror each other. Okay, let's continue. But you feel such a compulsion that you can't resist the urges and continue binge eating. If you have binge eating disorder, treatment can help. All right. Symptoms. Most people with binge eating disorder are overweight or obese, but you may be at a normal weight. Behavioral and emotional signs and symptoms of binge eating disorder include eating unusually large amounts of food in a specific amount of time, such as over a 2-hour period. I think a great example, a lot of these mukbangers, Nikocado avocado, okay? That's one, Nikocado avocado. Steven Sushi, I don't know how many of you are familiar with him. He's another one, Steven Sushi. You know, and yes, even Veronica Wang, she would order a whole truckload of fast food in one sitting on hers. She stays skinny, but yeah, I'm not going to speculate as to why she stays skinny with her mukbangs. But anyways, there we are. All right, but yeah, the binge would be someone like a Nick, or yeah, Candy, Hungry Fat Chick. Yeah, one of her mukbangs as well. But that, like a hamburger and a salad and a baked potato, it might be a bit much for a single person to eat in one sitting, but it's not terrible, and it doesn't classify as a binge. And definitely, what are those Quaker rice cakes? What do they come in, packs of 6 or 8? Something like packs of 6 or 8. I don't know. I don't eat those. But package of 6 or 8, maybe 12. Okay. No, not a binge. Not a binge. So anyways, yeah. Feeling that your eating behavior is out of control. Eating even when you're full or not hungry. Eating rapidly during binge episodes. Eating until you're uncomfortably full. Frequently eating alone or in secret. It's the same thing with alcoholism and drug addiction. Same thing. Feeling depressed, disgusted, ashamed, guilty, or upset about your eating. And I've seen that too with drug addiction, including me in my old days when I was addicted to drugs. Yeah. After a drug binge, a cocaine binge, I would feel the same way, And did it make me stop? Eventually it did. I'm 21 years into recovery now. But did it before? No, absolutely not, because it continued for many years. Frequently dieting, possibly without weight loss. Here we go. Amberlynn Reid. Frequently dieting, possibly without weight loss. That's what we have been noticing with Amberlynn, and I think that's the main critique. Or the main thing they slam Amberlynn Reid for. Frequently dieting, possibly without weight loss. Unlike a person with bulimia, after a binge, you don't regularly compensate for extra calories eaten by vomiting, using laxatives, or exercising excessively. Sorry if I'm sounding gross at somebody's lunch hour. I apologize. You may try to diet or eat normal meals, but restricting your diet may simply lead to more binge eating. Funny, Chantal says that often, and her Hater Nation people all dismiss it. They all dismiss it. Here you have it from the Mayo Clinic. The severity of binge eating disorder is determined by how often episodes of binging occur during a week. Okay, that's fair enough. And then I'm not going to get, the other ones are when to see a doctor, helping a loved one. You can all read that for yourselves later. I'm not going to read it now. I just wanted to get into the symptomology and the basics of binge eating. I'm coming to you in the chat now. Okay, I'm coming to you in the chat now, and I'm going to try and catch up with you. Okay, hang on. How far back I'm trying to, if I miss any of you, I apologize. It's because I suck at multitasking. All right. Okay, hang on. Don't feed the cats. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, we were left off with the wind, talking about the wind in my home. Yeah. Seems to be dying down now. Okay, yeah. Don't feed the cats. That's right. Don't feed the cats. No, always remember to feed the stray cats. That's what. Always remember to feed the stray cats. Lane, I don't think it's morals that are in question here. It's semantics that have confused the issue and emotions running high when someone thinks they are being accused of something they're not. Very true. AK, Charlie Gold didn't research anything. She's just had to admit the truth after so many haters' friends said the same things. Yeah, this is true, I can't, it's not for me to say whether Charlie Gold actually has binge eating disorder. It's not for me to say. I don't live with her. By her definition, by eating half a thing, but eating 3 to 6 rice cakes in one sitting is not a binge. Although, damn, you're going to need laxatives afterwards. Lane, I understand both views. Lane B, definitely my issue was the verbiage around the situation. It was problematic. Incited terrible comments in his chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm slowly catching up with that one. Okay, true colors were shown. Okay. Can we not drag the argument from next into this stream? We all had enough, I think. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm not going to comment on that situation because I don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about the Oakland situation to form an opinion. I don't know enough about that to form an opinion. I have been, many of you already know, I've been spending the past week mostly sleeping and not reading or not keeping up with the news. So I'm slowly catching up over the weekend when I can, okay? Yeah. Thank you, AK. It's okay, Lane. Don't apologize. It's okay. Don't apologize. It's all right. Lane, I know what you mean, but when someone is learning something or asking a question, perhaps it's a language that can be clumsy. Patience is required to navigate yourself and someone else through it. Okay. What a sad life old Chuck must lead that she has to find pleasure in this. That's the thing that I find disturbing, Kate, where she smiles when she's insulting or she's reacting to, she's watching Chantal talk about her misfortunes or Chantal having a vulnerable moment. There she is with that smirk and that smile, and it's like, oh God. And this is, Chantal never attacked Jen. She initially reached out to her as one of struggling woman to another, hoping to form a friendship even like she has with Amber. But it was Jen that flipped out and started shit. Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Death Valley. Thank you for clarifying that. Charlie is so hateful, it radiates from her. I can't understand it. She's gleeful to tear down someone she has never even met. It feels gross. Right on, Liz. Right on. Jen was clout chasing. That and sucking up to Hater Nation. As I said, this is what Jen does. She finds herself painted a corner with Hater Nation. She sucks up to them. Green Gypsy Bird. It wasn't clumsy language. It was a complete change in ideology on many more issues than just one topic that just has been portrayed. True colors were chosen. Same with others. Back to Fedora. Thank you, Green Gypsy Bird. Thank you. The Haggis Hunter. That's awful. Sorry to hear that, Fedora. It's okay. It's okay, Haggis Hunter. Life as it is. Hey, Joe Laurie. Good to have you here. Charlie is a big, big hypocrite. Indeed, you're right, Joe Laurie. Good to have you here. Nothing should be put into YT from someone's real life. It shouldn't be that serious. And how often it really does get that serious, Kate. Anybody aware? Last week, Amy Slayton put out an angry video, a short angry video last week. Because apparently complete strangers are crossing multiple state lines and they're showing up unannounced at Amy Slayton's house, Amy Slayton's family home. They were showing up at her home, and Amy had put up a video rather angrily saying, "Don't show up at my home." And I think, so yeah, it does go into real life. And I don't think I need to remind what happened last September with the Boogie 2988, Frank Hassel, which could have ended it with serious tragedy. It does exude from every pore. It sure does. Death Valley. Don't forget that you have been doxxed. And I've been doxxed, exactly. I've been doxxed. Twice. Once last summer and the last time in last winter. Over the winter. Green Gypsy Bird, yeah, it's not the place to get into it. Let's watch the iceberg. Okay. Charlene is an uninteresting person. Her content is truly abysmal. I can't bear to watch it, truly. I had to fast forward through most of it, then gave up how to bore him. I can't blame you, AK. That's not a binge. She has no idea. I was bulimic for years. You eat anything and everything in sight, not just one particular thing. The only difference with BED is that there is no purging. Yeah, and that's what the Mayo Clinic says, too. That's what the rice cakes are like cardboard. Yeah, they are. That's why I don't eat them. I don't like them. Like styrofoam. Chantal has 30 plus years of bad habits to correct. It takes 21 days to form a new habit and 90 plus to break a bad one. Expecting overnight changes from anyone like Chantal is ridiculous. It is, Charmaine. It is. Agreed. Charlie has previously said that she does a lot of this to get a reaction from Chantal. Yep, she has, Lane. Lane, she has. She admits. She enjoys provoking her, and then she wonders why Chantal would clap back. You know how stupid that is? I know most of you in the chat know how stupid that is, but I don't think Chuck has the self-awareness to realize how dumb that is. Yeah, people coming to her house. She's got her little baby there. I'd be mad too. Absolutely, Death Valley, in reference to Amy Slayton. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody should be showing up to, Amy's house or any content creator's home. No one should. That is scary. Yeah, it is. Whatever you might think of Amy Slayton, it's very wrong for people to show up at her home. And it's just an example of how people do take this shit into real life, and it often with dire consequences. Expecting an addict to not behave like an addict is idiotic. This is pathetic power leveling from someone who's suffering the same thing or worse than FB. Absolutely true, AK. Absolutely true. All right, let's continue with the iceberging. Let's continue.
Still went further than that later on in the day. But that binge right there that I just explained was about 300 calories. It's still a binge. That's still an issue.
No, it isn't. Just got through covering. The Mayo Clinic doesn't agree with you.
Give me a break. I like to see what your actual binges are. So, like, what the fuck?
Someone said here, this is, and we see this with Amberlynn's comment section as well. There are people who want to watch, who have said they want to watch Amberlynn Reid binge on camera. I remember it drove Freely the Banana Girl to an absolute tizzy, where Freely the Banana Girl actually went spurging off on camera. You know, and it was one of those times, and I usually almost never agree with Freely the Banana Girl, but on this one occasion, yeah, like when Freely said, "What is wrong with you people?" Yeah, absolutely. What is wrong with you people? You want to see a binge. You bully her, you bully these women for eating on camera, but you want to see a binge. Which is it?
Okay, then, whatever. Keep your delusions. Good luck with your keto. Good luck.
And Chantal has a point. Jen has been doing these keto chopple videos, and it's dirty keto. That's something I recently learned, the difference between dirty and clean keto, which is a lot of the processed meats and processed food. Yeah, I learned it through watching Shakara Transformations, actually. Yes, you see, I do learn something from Ilona every so often. I do. Yeah, where has it gotten Jen? We're like over a year. She's still doing these videos, but it hasn't been helping her, you know? And even with the so-called clean keto, if anybody reads up on it, there are certain segments of the population who really, really shouldn't do it, like those with a high LDL cholesterol level. Those with a heart condition shouldn't be either because of the high fat content.
Like, seriously, she doesn't make any sense at all. You know, like, I wasn't giving her diet advice. But whatever, go on.
I remember vaguely that comment. It wasn't really diet advice. It was just, I think the closest she said was, when you restrict, that's when you binge. And this is true. And I read that out loud from the Mayo Clinic site as well. So the Mayo Clinic is in agreement. Love it when science, I can back it up with science. Love it.
Jesus. She's overreacting a bit. Coming over being sassy like that? Like, fuck you. All the way. Fuck you, Jen. Seriously.
I will say this, if they were actually friends, sometimes I'm not sure. I feel like sometimes YouTubers use that loosely. I feel like I've even made that mistake before, although I definitely know who my friends are now. But if they were friends, I probably would have I'll never be her friend, just to be clear. But if Jen and Chantal were friends...
Well, we know you're not going to be friends. We're not going to be friends.
I probably would have reached out to her personally instead of the comment and instead of the community post. With all that aside, Jen still handled this way better than Chantal.
Yeah, because she sucked up to you. She sucked up to you. But I will say this, and I will give credit where it's due, because I always do. Yeah, Charlie had a point here. Probably would have been better if Jen and Chantal, assuming they were friendly before, I don't know what kind of relationship online or offline they had, if any, at all. But anyways, if they were friendly before, maybe it would have been better to take it off camera, but don't know the relationship. But yeah, I see where she went here on this one. But yeah, you think Jen handled it better because she sucked up to you.
And this idea that Chantal believes that people can't criticize, or reaction channels can't criticize Jen and also turn around and say, you know what, you had a point there. It's not one or the other. Just because she made a valid point and a lot of reaction channels agree with her, it doesn't mean reaction channels stop criticizing her or react.
No, of course, I already know that, and I've covered this before. I've said this time and again. This is why I don't get why Jen would suck up to them, would be brown-nosing these people, because they're not her friends. They're never going to be her friends. They might say a few nice words here and there when Jen serves a purpose for them, okay? Only when Jen serves a purpose. When Jen no longer serves a purpose, yeah, there are a lot of them that do go and react to her and make the fat-shaming comments, the same ones they make with Amberlynn, the same ones they make with Chantal. So, yeah.
Reacting to her or giving their opinion on the content that she uploads to the internet.
Good God, you look like you just sucked an egg, Charlie.
I haven't gained any weight. Have you? Yeah, and I'm not trying to shame her. Maybe that is a bit shaming.
Yeah.
Like,
She pointed out that she gained weight, and she admits that she probably shamed her. See, that's the difference between you. Chantal just admitted that it's possible that she shamed Jen. You refuse to admit that.
she's so full of shit.
But okay, girl.
Like, keep trying the keto that you haven't succeeded at how many times? You know, like,
What's your success rate, though?
eating fast food.
She's not saying she was successful. She's just saying that Jen is not any. That was the whole point. That Jen is not more successful than Chantal is when it comes to weight management. That's the point. Neither are you, for that matter, from what we're seeing here today on camera, Chuck.
Food is preventing me from binging. This is her site. This is how she works. Of all the hateful comments she gets on her channel, she decides to be bitchy about mine.
That is interesting. Why would that be?
And defend reaction channels who talk shit about her. You have no self-worth at all. You must think so fucking shitty of yourself to allow them to just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't delete Robin's channel. That's how you feel about yourself, because you kissed her ass.
Chantal's got a point there, too. I can't argue with you, Chantal. She's got a point there. And then the same would hold true, like what she just said about Jen here. Same hold true. Charlie, Yaba, Sam, all of them. OPS in particular, Michael B. Petty.
First of all, I don't believe that's why Jen clarified. I think Jen clarified because she had a history of taking down a reaction channel. Who Is She is the channel that she took down, I want to say maybe over a year ago. I did a video on it, and I think she just wanted to get ahead of it so that people knew she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but didn't Who Is She here also have some kind of issue with another former haydurnation reactor? And that one was actually a fit-looking woman that reacted. What was her name? Vegan Cupcake for Life. Who ended up getting doxxed and then subsequently hospitalized for some stress-related issue. And I don't think we've seen Vegan Cupcake come back. But I think it had to do with who she is, or whatever her name is. I think that had a lot to do with it.
It didn't mean she was kissing the asses of reaction channels. I think she just wanted to clear her name on something that not only just this corner of YouTube takes seriously, all of YouTube takes seriously. It doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter the good, the bad. If you get someone's channel taken down, a lot of different people take notice.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, first of all, it doesn't take just one person to report a YouTube channel and get it taken down. It doesn't take just one person. It takes multiple people. So to give credit to Life by Jen alone, like I said, there were other factors, that whole skirmish with that whole drama with Vegan Cupcake. It takes quite a bit to get somebody's channel taken down. And at the end of the day, it's YouTube that decides. Okay? And maybe these people appealed, maybe not. I don't know. But it's something to think about, that if you get your channel struck and taken down and you manage to somehow rebuild another channel, you would think you would have learned the lessons that got your channel struck in the first place. But no. I mean, take a look at Miss Hussey.
Especially if a lot of people start talking about it. I do believe she just wanted to clear that up. I don't think she said, oh, Robin's a good guy. I don't recall her saying any of those things. I think she just...
No, but in slamming Chantal, there are more than one ways to brown nose. In slamming Chantal publicly the way she did, especially when she tried to get cheeky and bring a cup of tea on camera. Doing a half-hour video slamming Chantal. It's also brown-nosing. She may not have said Robin was a great guy per se, but in slamming Chantal, that's the way that she used to brown nose. I'm coming to you in the chat now. I'm coming to you in the chat. Hey, Terry K. Kim Boone, hey. Yeah, Deb Fouch, good to see you. Oh, lots of new folks coming in. Well, not new, but they're new now. Dragon Lion, hey. All right. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay, I think Lane B. Lane B said, Charlie has previously said she does a lot of this to get a reaction from Chantal. I think that's where we left off last time. Yeah. Death Valley. Yeah, people coming to her house. She's got a little baby in there. I'd be mad too. Yes, in reference to Amy Slayton. Yeah. That's scary. Yeah. Expecting an addict to not behave like an addict is idiotic. This is pathetic power leveling from someone suffering or even worse. Yep. The definition of insanity is repeating the same actions while expecting a different result. Exactly, Lane B. Does anybody know where that came from? Just a little bit of trivia here, bro. Does anybody know where that came from? Albert Einstein. It was Albert Einstein that said it. Iceberg Q, my heart will go on vélo québécois. Bonjour la police. Hey, good to have you here, Dragon Lion. Ilona repeatedly explains dirty versus clean keto. Yeah, GM, I think that's exactly where I learned it from Ilona. That's exactly where I learned it. I love me some Ilona and her hubby. Yeah, they are a nice couple, aren't they, GM? They seem like a fun couple. I see their vlogging videos to get, they're out and about, together. They seem like a fun couple. Really went bananas. She is awesome. True, Michelle. True. The dissociation is what's key. I noticed that Chuck does it. Hussey does it too. You don't get to be 400 pounds or bedridden like Chuck was once without understanding. Now they can't. They say they can't relate. Too much processed crap. Exactly. Yeah, science. Ain't science fun, eh, Michelle? Kate, it's not normal, surely, to be this venom-filled against a stranger. In my opinion, the hate is 100% meant for herself. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that too, Kate. And Obese to Beast said that, not just about Charlie. Obese to Beast didn't mention specific names when he said it, but he said the reaction channels in general, when he was talking about Amberlynn, he said that people watch them to feel better about themselves. Remember, DC Clara went to... Oh, do I dare say it? Yeah, Clara took exception to that. Yeah, I agree with Chantal. Jen doesn't want backlash from haydurnation. Yep, absolutely, Terry. Good to see you here. I mean, yeah, the YouTube notifications, Kim, are sucking. I'm so sorry about this. But you missed a few minutes of dead air when the internet went down around here. I mean, Jen tried to do lots and lots of times. This is true, Michelle. It's displacement, Kate. The internal rage is directed towards Chantal, but she must remind Chuck of her true self. Strikes a nerve, I would say. I would. Very good. Hey, Chicken Shades. Hey, Chick. Good to see you. Deb Bouch as well. Sorry, didn't see. Okay. I think anyone is fun compared to this. Deb. It's okay. We can get cheeky around here. All right, let's go. Let's soldier through this. Oh, by the way, just to briefly, once again, shake the rattle can before we go on. If you wish to join the channel but cannot find the join button, that's a problem with iPhone users. It's a problem with iPhone users. You can click this link to join the channel if you wish. It's $1.99 per month. You get access to some cool hat emojis, custom hat emojis, every Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m., around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, although I didn't do one last week because I was too sick to do so. But I do a Thursday afternoon stream, which is members-only chat. It's a public stream, but members-only chat. And you get early access to most of my uploads. So it's something to consider. One-time donations to PayPal as well. Rest assured that if you choose to go that route, I keep all your information confidential. I keep all your information confidential. I don't dox people. So rest assured. Also, the YouTube does not take their 30%. I have a merch store if you want to check out some t-shirts or something, or some mugs. I got some kids t-shirts too. If you want to shop for your child for this spring or summer, go there. And check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. I am going to be uploading this week over there. Those of you who are subscribed to Fedora Social Experiment, I'm so sorry I neglected it. It was due to health issues. I neglected this channel too. I will have an upload this week coming. Promise. I don't know what day, but I will have an upload. It's going to be Bath the Panda again, and he's going to be teaching mukbangers table manners. The video is going to be called Mukbang Etiquette 101, and Bath the Panda is going to teach mukbangers table manners because he thinks their table manners are atrocious. He thinks they're just atrocious. So he's going to be a male version of Emily Post. Okay, hang on. Deb, thank you for joining. Deb Bouch, latest Mad Hatter. Thank you so much for joining. Much appreciated. Again, I apologize also with the delay after my internet crapped out earlier during the stream. The chat on YouTube side doesn't work for me, so I have to rely on the StreamYard chat, which is far from perfect. It is far from perfect. So I apologize for that, Deb. I apologize. Thank you so much for joining the channel, Deb. Much appreciated. Still more content than CG. This is true. Yes, this is true. And Charlie got a whole slew of new channel members. I wonder if they're going to realize when they're not going to get very much. They're not going to get very much. Well, it's up to them to find out the hard way. Okay. But anyways, my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment, I am going to have an upload this week. Go check it out. There are videos there. She's a fucker trying out online dating and all that, and some fun stuff. It's experiments with story time videos and comedy and some general YouTube parodies. I also plan a live stream there coming up this week. We're going to be reacting old school to a 1970s cheesy game show with the world's weirdest game show contestant, Match Game, starring Gene Rayburn. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that over at my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. So go check it out. I will. And my Discord server, many of you are already members of the Discord server. If you haven't joined, please consider joining. We're pretty chill over there. We're pretty drama-free. We keep things nice and drama-free. We have rooms to suit all tastes. Channel members, you might be particularly interested in the Discord server. We do have the Mad Hatter's Lounge, which is exclusively for voice and text chat rooms, exclusively for channel members. So, you might find that interesting. You must be 18 and up to join. Yes, must be 18 and up to join. Simply put, I don't want the responsibility of having minors, and neither do my co-admins for that matter. So 18 and up. We keep things simple. All right, let me see what you're all saying before Trisha Paytas parody. I've never done a Trisha Paytas parody. I've never done that. I've done DC Media Girl. I've done Trailer Trash Tammy. I've done a Charlie Gold parody. Who else have I done? I did an MFW. That one's epic because that's the one where the cop showed up at my house. For real. The cop showed up to my apartment when I did that parody. I've done Trailer Trash Tammy. I've done DC Media Girl. And who else did I do? God, I can't remember offhand. Hey, Pam Wills. Hey, Pam. Good to have you here. Have we seen you here before? Anyways, welcome, Pam. Everybody's welcome here. It's Hussy. Froggy and Sam became members. Yeah, like I said, I wonder if Hussy is going to start a GoFundMe to pay for his channel membership. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go. Let's trudge through this.
Wanted to clear her name.
You know, like honestly, I unsubscribed from you. I left that comment and I unsubscribed from you because I'm sick.
I find it hard to believe that she unsubscribed when she left the comment because she was bringing up Jen's name in a positive light during the beginning of this live stream. She's now, because she's now finding out in real time what happened with the comment, now it's, you know, I don't like you, you're fake. She says all these things and she unsubscribed that.
Yeah, notice how Charlie is talking in the present tense. This video was I think those, I forget which one of you in the chat said it. I think it was Green Gypsy Bird or Lane B who said it. Could have been somebody else, that this was pre-recorded. Yeah, because she was talking in the present tense. If this was a retro react, she would talk in the past tense. Okay. But anyways, I'm nitpicking. Hey, two could play this game, like I said. I can be nitpicky too.
I find that hard to believe.
What do you want? Ass pats? Go haydurnation. Go pat Jen on the back. Go tell her how nasty person I am. Go pat her on the back for that. There's not supposed to be any drama with Jen. Oh my god, I should have known. Never, ever, ever writing another comment on anyone's channel ever again.
That's a lot.
Ever.
I don't know if she has or not since. And Charlie, how would you know? That would imply that you're stalking all of Chantal's movements.
Didn't she used to be a mean internet troll or something?
When I say movements, I don't mean in real life. I mean online. How would you know if she dropped a comment on somebody else's video after that ever since? Chantal's dropped comments on my videos here at my channel several times. She's always been nice to me.
I think before anyway, she admitted to that or something. She's probably...
I think that's how she met Gene, and she used to troll him.
I don't know, I'm just talking on my ass. I don't know that for sure. But...
You do that a lot, girl.
Gene, that's Jen's fiance. I believe they got engaged recently.
I'm not apologizing. I'm just saying, like, she used to be a troll or something. She used to troll people.
I think she trolled Gene.
I don't need to leave
I don't know.
this up for the reactors. They've already got it. They're already recording it. Probably a...
Oh my God, Chuck, you look like the cat that swallowed the canary. That smirk! That smirk! Ah!
No, like you're you're in the middle of sleeping and dreaming about friggin', I don't know, Ted Bundy. And they get up and they record.
Just know when I dream personally, I'm not attached to a CPAP machine. I know she can't relate.
God, here we go with the nastiness. This is constructive criticism. How? Okay? I realize sleep apnea is usually a risk for overweight, obese people, but guess what? I know skinny people on a CPAP machine. Okay? I know people of normal size on a CPAP machine. Okay? I know plenty of people on a CPAP machine who have sleep apnea who are of normal or slim size. And even then, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because that's another ableist thing to say, making fun of a CPAP machine. It's very ableist.
Kristen.
Very ableist. So are Calvin You're
not going to tell me Jen is criticizing me rolling anywhere. Because the only time I roll is in my kitchen. Not down the hall.
Where you are most of the day.
Not outside.
You can't walk outside.
I can clean up my car and walk around the store.
Okay, she can walk. She's done videos where she can walk short distances outside. She's done several vlogs of that. Yeah, she may have to take a break. Yeah, she may require assistance of her walker, but she can walk short distances.
So fuck off. Like seriously, you're in a freaking wheelchair. What the hell?
If you don't change your next, you do know that, right?
And maybe you too, Charlie, at the rate you're going, you appear to be almost the same size you were when you first started your YouTube career. Okay? I really wouldn't be one to talk about that. You're too are at risk for sleep apnea. You too are at risk right now, from where I'm sitting, from what I'm seeing on the screen. You know, you too. So you really shouldn't talk or mock. Okay? And here's the thing. Jen did make an ableist comment to Chantal. I remember this well. She made some kind of snide remark because Chantal was rolling around her kitchen on an office chair, a chair with wheels. one of those a desk chair with wheels, casters, and she made a snide comment about it. But Jen is in a motorized, fully equipped motorized wheelchair. She's not in a position to talk, and I think that's the point here.
Remember how she did the video about Amber, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, which didn't age well because look at where we are now. I need Chantal to realize she's on the same track. She truly is on the same track. She already needs a walk.
Okay, I remember that vaguely. There was once upon a time a skirmish between Amberlynn and Chantal, but they appear to be friendly now. But this is the thing, and I've said this about YouTube and, you know, online communities, okay? Communities come and go, you know? There are people who leave a community and new people come in. And it's the same thing. Yeah, there are fallouts with online friendships, relationships. There are fallouts all the time. It's sad, but it's true. But sometimes who were once foes can be friends. I mean, what about Sam and Yaba? There's the classic example, Sam and Yaba. Sam, and I'm just going to throw the question out there because this is what had been circulating. Wasn't it Sam who called CPS on Yaba? I'm asking.
Okay. I believe a wheelchair, motorized scooter, whatever you call it, would be next.
Okay, you're getting deleted.
And you too. And that's a potential for you too, Chuck. Don't get too cocky there.
You're stupid. Danny, go fuck yourself. Bye. I didn't criticize anything.
Danny, you're welcome here.
Wheeling around your kitchen, really?
That's all you do.
She's a crazy friggin' bitch.
No,
She's
she's
crazy.
pretty accurate, actually.
Okay. You live in a motorized wheelchair. And
You
you're
live
gonna
in the kitchen.
Okay. What is this, Charlie? Are you refereeing a contest of what's better and what's worse? I don't even know why. Even I did just now. And that's probably a faux pas on my part. And I apologize. Not to Charlie, not to Charlie here, not to Jen. But I'm going to apologize to my audience here for that. True. Why did I even spend time on talking about that?
I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. I don't friggin' shame you for it, but you're obviously
You just did.
delusional. I don't make fun of other fat people because I'm fat. And you're bigger than me. Like, almost twice my size. So, yeah, some good Christian you are, Jen. Right.
I don't know what her faith has to do with it, but okay.
It's simple, Charlie. And this is unfortunately, and this is not just Christianity. And I don't want to get into a whole discussion about religion. Most of you who have followed me for some time know I'm agnostic and where I stand on organized religion. So I'm not going to stay on this for too long. But I don't know, Christianity and religion to me, isn't it supposed to be about helping your fellow man, you know, or at the very least, not causing harm to your fellow man, at the very least, if you're not going to help them? Okay, this mockery and the bullying is definitely not, and I'm not just Christian, it's not a Christian thing. It's not even a good thing to do if you follow any kind of faith or any denomination. I don't know.
Kiss my ass.
You can't even reach it. I need her to
Why would you want to reach it?
stop saying things, tell people to kiss things she can no longer reach.
Hello, old figure of speech. Never heard of that?
It makes no sense. The only person probably reaching that right now is Pete.
I don't need a hug.
You're gross, Charlie. You are gross, dear.
I need to punch something. Or hug me, Jen.
She needs to punch something over something this minuscule.
Exactly, Amberlynn. Exactly. 200.
I don't know. French fry Goral tends to make me punch holes through my walls. I've got the holes in the walls to prove it.
pounds more and is in a wheelchair 24/7, but yet
First of all,
makes fun of me.
Jen, I believe, based on that math, I believe Jen does weigh 200 pounds more than Chantal. But what Amberlynn and Jen actually have in common, which she's forgetting, first of all, Jen has a lower BMI than Amberlynn.
BMI, I talked about this in a video when I reacted to my first reaction video to Alan Roberts almost 2 years ago. It was about 2 years ago, back in the days when I was a mental health channel, branded as a mental health channel still. When I reacted to Alan Roberts, I covered this. I did a brief summary. BMI is not reliable.
And both of them are ignoring continuing treatment or even starting treatment on Jen's side for their cancer. So while Amberlynn wants to point out that she's 200 pounds more than Chantal, I'd like to point out they both can't fit in an MRI machine.
Okay, number one, Charlie, isn't that the argument you always use? Here you are slamming Amberlynn for saying that Jen is 200 pounds heavier than Chantal. But isn't that the argument you use? Yeah, I'm fat, but I'm better than them, and I'm not as heavy, therefore I'm better. Don't you use that very same argument?
Facts are facts, right?
Being in the kitchen.
Yeah, and you seem to invent them as you go along.
On my chair right now. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm at your level right now. Everyone's spitting fast. That fucking time.
You can't fit in an MRI machine.
Bye, again, with the MRI machine. We're obsessed with that, aren't we? An MRI machine, that measures the quality of a human being, whether or not they can fit in an MRI machine. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little something about myself and MRI machines. I'm never going to get into one, not because of my size. I could probably fit in one. But because I'm so horribly, I have terrible, terrible claustrophobia. Okay, I'm not going to get into details as to how bad my claustrophobia is, but it's really, really bad to the point where I actually feel like I'm suffocating. Like I can't breathe, and I'm trying to get all the air I can. And my doctors are aware of this, that they have to find another way whatever MRI tests reveal or what they want revealed, they have to find another route with me, So I'm just saying this. The point is, it's not just overweight people that may not fit in an MRI machine. You get claustrophobes like yours truly who can't go into one either. I'm going to come to you in the chat now. All right. All right. Okay. Coming. Okay, hang on. Do a GG parody. Okay, hang on. Going. All right, here we go. Yeah, I did do a CG parody, Michelle. I can link it in the pinned comment when we're done, but I did do a Charliegold. It's a short upload that I did. It was right around Christmas. Yeah. All right, that's why I love you. Most likely, Eddie, it will be a disaster. Yeah, right, Michelle. Do a GG parody. Oh, a Gaining Ground parody. I don't know if I can I honestly don't know if I can pull off a Gaining Ground parody. Honestly, I don't. Oh, well, everybody's welcome here, Pam. Everybody's welcome here. Do Belinda. She would probably get a kick out of it. Oh, God, I got to practice a Southern drawl. I'm not sure if I'm good at that. Belinda probably would get a kick out of me doing a Belinda parody. She probably would get a kick out of me, but doing it, I don't know. I may try it one day. I don't know. I said that, LOL, rambling as usual. That's okay. Deb, what did she do? I mean a parody, LOL. Because you are not a see you next Tuesday to her. It's true, I'm not. Deb, be Belinda's naughty TV smashing ghost instead. Ooh, la la. She also made a nice comment on Kaya Simon's life parody of her food graveyard, and the asshats came for her. Yeah, true. You were bedbound, CG. Yeah, she was. She was, Michelle. Charlie's ugly inside and out. Very true, Kim. Very true, Kim. My cousin, whose normal weight is on a CPAP machine. There you go. There you have it. There's an example right there. There's an example. I just can't stand that smirk on her face. You and me both, Deb. You and me both. My 7-year-old neighbor is on a CPAP and she's about 50 pounds and a kid. I'm sorry to hear that. That's particularly sad when children are strapped with these chronic health issues. I'm sorry to hear that, Green Gypsy Bird. Chantal run her over with her 5XL walker. That is never going to stop being funny for me, okay? Chantal saying she's going to come after her, run her over with her 5XL walker. That's never going to stop being funny, okay? That is iconic, Chantal. That's never going to stop being funny. And Charlene walks 7 miles a day. Well, of course, Kate, you got to get to the Taco Bell somehow, don't you? Chantal mentioned the wheelchair, too. Yeah, I know. Fedora, you're so on point. I try to be, Nikki. I try to be. Exactly, Michelle. If anything, Chuck allowed herself to truly sink to the rock bottom before she had a change of heart and started losing weight. Chantal hasn't allowed that to happen. She's not bedridden. Exactly. No, I wouldn't say Chantal is bedridden at this point at all, because she still does get out and about in her car. She does go into other rooms in her home. Yeah, no, she's not bedridden yet. It's just like real life. Sometimes you don't get along with your friends. Exactly, Deb. Yep, right on. Kate, 7 miles of tongue waggling. No, Chantal has been driving all over lately. That's true. No, that's true. She drives. Hussey was so ignorant to Chantal last night for her birthday stream. I told him he and his people were bullies, and he told me she likes him. I got put in timeout at 40. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's what they do, Pam. That's what they do. Can you reach Chuck projecting much? True. Your wall, the holy, it's blessed. Right, Michelle? Deb, how much you weigh, Charlie? Hey, Blue Firefly. Good to see you. You're claustrophobic too, huh? Yeah, me too. I can relate. Charlie, can you fit? That is what you should worry about. Good point, Michelle. Good point. Oh my God, MRIs are a nightmare. First one I did, unmedicated. It was 30 minutes of hell. I believe it, and I don't even want to attempt it. And my doctor knows it's not a good idea to attempt it. Yeah. You can borrow my southern drawl. Thank you, Blue Firefly. Thank you. One thing Chantal has got going for her is that she lives in a country with universal health care. I'm sure she feels more inclined to see medical care versus the others. Yeah, exactly. The 5XL walker. Wasn't it Green Gypsy Bird? Wasn't it? That's iconic Chantal. That is iconic Chantal. All right, let's go.
I want to skip some facts too.
God, that smirk.
People are so insane.
Charlie, wipe that smirk off your face.
Keep being delusional, Jen. Keep being delusional and watching my stream. I don't want you. I unsubscribed when you pulled up your starting fucking keto again with your friggin' clickbait title. Obviously struck a nerve. I don't know what.
I also don't like these transitions. If I could make a critique about the production value, these transitions, like the blurred TV, the rolling, you remember the old TVs and you would see it rolling like that, and that's what we're seeing here. I don't like those transitions. They're giving me a headache.
What the fuck her problem is? Maybe she's jealous. That's fat shaming, Nora. Because what's the comment? It's about being in a chair. So being derogatory about me being in a chair, wheeling around, that's kind of an ableist comment, really.
It is. It is.
Way worse off physically.
It is.
This ableist comments won't age well, as we know. But
what do you mean it won't age well? It's exact the definition of ableism. What's not aging well, dear Chuck, is you.
We'll get to that in a future video.
I bet. I'll be waiting for it.
I can outwalk you anything.
Correct. The only person who you can outwalk is someone who does not walk.
I hate these transitions are giving me a headache. You can't you see again with the ableism, you can't outwalk somebody who can. What?
I can't think of a single thing that I would be jealous of from any of these people. Jealous.
Mobility.
Are you sure you want to use that word?
We have mobility.
Yeah, but for how long? And that wasn't always the case. By your own admission, Charlie, if we're to believe that, you were bedridden, which would imply you had issues with mobility yourself. And you seem to forget that. You seem to forget from where you came. You forget where you came from.
We don't have collapsing lungs. We can walk from.
Wow, we're gonna mock her. We're gonna mock her breathing as well. That's classy. Yeah, we're gonna mock her breathing as well.
Miles without stopping. We can put on our own socks. We can arch our back so we don't.
Why would we need to arch our backs? Unless you're a gymnast or you work in the circus, why would we need to arch our backs? Why is that so important to you? Putting on socks, yeah, that is actually a sad situation. If one needs help getting dressed, whether it's simply putting on socks or one needs help getting dressed. I remember my father in his last years when he was sick, he went through a period where he couldn't remember what order to get himself dressed, and he needed help in that department. Like, he couldn't remember what underwear was used for his boxer shorts. He couldn't remember what they were used for. I think that is very sad, honestly. You know, just whether, you know, I think that's sad. I don't think that's mock-worthy.
Don't have to actually pay for sex. There's so.
Oh, don't actually have to pay for him. Don't actually have to pay for, I don't know, the grocery delivery person hasn't been by your home lately, Chuck?
Many things that we can do that she cannot do. The idea that we are jealous of her is ridiculous.
You should put yourself in the we category with those that you react to, actually. I really think you should.
And we also have great hygiene. I mean,
I'll take your word for it, but you seem to be so fixated on her hygiene. Hers and Amberlynn Reid's hygiene. You're so fixated on it. Do you not have a life? You don't live with her. You don't drive in her car with her. Why do you care?
Or were you looking
A few
for something else
things.
to feel limited vocabulary? Someone mentioned Genesis. She's not Beeson. Yeah, she's not Beeson.
Nope, no Beeson. No Beeson here.
Oh, she pinned my comment too. All comments.
I love when people do that.
Shit, this and that. You
God, you're amused by every little thing, aren't you?
comment my one. You pinned my comment that I thought would fucking help you. You know what? You're a real bitch. So you know what? When I turn off this live stream, I'm gonna delete it, and the haters are gonna need it for content forever. And I don't, because I don't need relevant people to uphold my channel. Thank you very much. Great. Great, guys. Great. Mine makes everyone feel better. The moral of the story. Joe is dad vibes. Joe needs sleep too. It's
Say something!
6.
Chuck, say something! You look like you're falling asleep at the wheel. Okay, you really do. You look like you're falling asleep at the wheel.
I'm gonna get a reading when I get off of here, aren't I? I thought you said no more drama. I always say that. I just can't stop.
You can. You just need help.
For anyone who's been watching me for some time, you're used to me ending my videos a bit differently. I'm not saying in the near future I'm not going back to that, but while going back to edit these videos, I'm realizing I'm kind of falling back into the same pattern of trying to explain things because there's so many things I want to address, but I actually don't want to go into a long-winded explanation.
But you're going to anyway. Let's see. The reaction ended at 37 minutes, but we've got another 7 minutes to go for your closing. I've done long closings off live streams. That's live streams. But my uploads, my exits are much shorter. Few seconds on my uploads, not my lives.
I have opinions on a lot, but I'll share them in a different way moving forward. Something I did want to address in this video is the idea that I'm responsible for reaction channels because of the number next to my name, which doesn't make sense. I'm responsible for me and what I say, just like any other.
Okay, I can agree with that to a degree. Yeah, you are responsible for that, but with that comes the consequences of what you do and what you say. For instance, when you go after the girls like that and they clap back, or you get someone like any one of us who dares to disagree with you, you call us racists.
The reaction channel is responsible for what they say. There is no friend of mine that can check me the way people are assuming that it would. No channel that has shouted me out is responsible for me. I'm responsible for me.
I think, who are we referring to? Your fellow haters, or are we referring to the fitness community? Alan Roberts, Obese to Beast, Swole Normus, Michelle McDaniels. And why am I inclined to believe we're referring to the latter? Yeah.
I will always be responsible for me. That's why 9 times out of 10, when I address something, my response is, I said what I said, and I meant it. Now, I know there's been a lot of infighting. I don't know why people want to play Game of Thrones over some train wrecks.
I don't know. Why do you?
I'm here for that this year. Last year, I made the mistake of acknowledging people that truly didn't matter, and more importantly, acknowledging liars, proven liars at this point.
Oh, like yourself? Takes one to know one.
But I'm moving on from that. If any reaction channel wants to play Game of Thrones over these train wrecks, carry on, do your thing. I won't be doing that.
No, yes, you will.
I acknowledge what I want, I address what I want, and I will continue to do exactly what I want on my channel. If you want to continue with disclaimers to try to remind people that you're very different from this reaction channel versus the other.
No, you aren't. You're one of the worst ones. You're one of the most inflammatory. Let me come to the chat before we go to Homestead. Hey, Casey, good to have you. I don't think we've seen you here before. Good to see you. It's that Song. Hey, Song. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Yep, exactly. Docs have to knock me out and put me through an MRI. If I wake, I flip out. Yeah, I hear you, Firefly. I hear you. Charlie, let's have you race her. Yeah, right. Right. Hi, Michelle. I have Death Valley. Circus describes some of these people. Point taken, Michelle. Point taken. I think she means standing up straight on a walker. Okay, that's possible. Oh, thank you, Song. Thank you. Some people may have mental health problems and can't do simple tasks. That is very true, Michelle. Very, very true. It's actually one of the symptoms, particularly with something, major depressive disorder, MDD for short. Yeah. Nobody happy is this vile on camera. Very true, JC. Nobody is. Very true. Yeah, you hear how she uses that we this and we that. That's, again, dissociation, aligning herself with the judging panel rather than being one of those that are judged. Exactly, Death Valley. And Charlie Chantal had company on her birthday, so she wasn't alone. That's true. I'm sure old Chuck has to pay for S. No one in their right mind was with her unless they were as nasty as her. Point taken, Pam. Charlene is so childish and with zero sense of humor. Absolutely true. Wakey, wakey, Charlie. Empathy is the word she needs to learn. Absolutely true, Blue Firefly. That effect is even more unflattering. Yep, it is. Oh, geez, why 7 minutes? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Why 7 minutes? I guess we're about to find out. Who's playing Game of Thrones? I don't know, Lane. Who is? I'm not. At least I don't think I am. I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I don't know if I'm playing Game of Thrones or not. I've never seen it. Never read the book. If there was a book written about it. I know nothing about it. I don't know. She takes no responsibility for anything. Wouldn't be exactly in the same position she was always in. She's always so prone to telling lies. Absolutely true, Kate. You will react to everything. You will, but you will react to everything she does. Yep, exactly. No one wants your throne, Chuck. I don't want it, Lane. That's for sure. I sure as hell don't want it. Develli, I don't think it's something she can learn if she hasn't gained empathy or compassion by this point in her life as a grown arse woman that's gone through exactly, if not worse. Very true, Death Valley. I believe that, but knowledge is power. Yes, it's true. Hey, Naughty Rudolph! Thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the Mad Hatters, where we're all mad here, and it's a wonderful thing. All hail, Naughty Rudolph. God, I wish I could use OBS because I'd love to have those cool animations that Belinda and Negs and Gaining Ground have. I just love to see those cool animations on the screen. I wish I knew how to use OBS. Thank you for joining, Naughty Rudo. Calculated to get to the attention on Chantal's birthday, clout chasing, thinking she's smart. Very true, JC. Very true. Imagine if people supported each other instead of mocking struggles. Yeah, I know, right, Song? Crazy concept, crazy enough to work. Just crazy enough to work. Yeah, absolutely true. All right, let's go forth. Let's trudge on, soldier on.
Do what you want. At the same time, the way I see it on my end, who are you trying to convince? I don't give many disclaimers because you're going to take what you want away from my content. So sometimes when I see reaction channels,
who are you trying to convince, Charlie? Who are you trying to convince? I have to wonder if you believe half the shit you say. I have to wonder that.
Constantly, when addressing Chantal needing to state they're very different from this reaction channel or the other, I just look at it like, okay, you're either trying to convince yourself or you're trying to convince your audience. Either way, it kind of looks weird to me. But you do what you want on your platform, just like I do what I want on my platform. The idea that people like to mention, oh, they don't name call, things like that, I think that's great. I like different perspectives. But if you don't name call, you're not as polarizing.
No, you don't. You refer to anybody with a difference of thinking to what you and your friends are. You call us racists. Let's get real.
Or really as blunt as I am, that's great. Congratulations. I do that. But my audience knows me. And your audience will get to know you. The reason I don't do certain disclaimers is because I think I at least have a decent enough relationship with my audience that I don't need to do that. I just don't want people to get wrapped up in the fear of the people who react to the haters coming after them. Just because I have any sort of communication with someone, it doesn't mean that they agree with me. Same goes for them.
Why are we groaning about this?
Share an audience in some sense. And there's people in my audience who may not like another reaction channel, just like other reaction channels have supporters that don't like me. It's fine. It's the way the internet works. It's just I've seen people taking things way too seriously lately, especially when I watched a video, I want to say, at the end of last year, where a reaction channel who's really bubbly, really awesome, found it necessary to make a video stating that she's not a hater or not part of a group of people who criticize the haters. That's unnecessary in my opinion, but you do what you want on your platform. But if you felt the need to do that, I think people are losing sight of the fact that it's just.
Oh no, no. As far as I don't know if she's referring to the term anti-hater. And I know there are content creators like Peanut, for instance, or Gaining Ground. They have said both on their own rights that they don't like the label or the term anti-hater. I love both of them, but I actually wear the label anti-hater with pride. I wear it with pride. But that's me. Let's fast forward this just a little bit. Because, yeah.
Chantal so bad. But you know what? That will probably be the case for a little while. And that's fine. I know now how to navigate through this. I'm not the same person I was when I sat down on that floor in 2016. And I'm damn sure I'm not the same person who...
No, you're even more cantankerous and more inflammatory. As far as your size is concerned, you look very damn close to that girl who sat on the floor in 2016.
First uploaded that video about Amberlynn. I am very confident in my stance and my opinions and what I represent.
That's not what I call confidence. I don't call bullying an act of confidence.
My platform. And that's how I'll move forward. And I wish the same for everyone else. People are opening up their eyes to see it's rooted in envy. A lot of people started under the guise of, I saw the light. No, you just didn't see the algorithm to the level that you felt you needed to see.
Oh, you are so deluded. You are so deluded. You're talking about those like Peanut and Gaining Ground who used to be on the other side of the equation. That's what I assume you're referring to, and let's bring that up. Okay, I never was on the other side of things. Never was. In fact, I was pretty much a loner back 2 years ago when I was going head to head against those in those vile comments in Amberlynn's comment section. I started on that too, commenting on it just in the comment section. Never did a video about it, but in the comment section 2 years ago. I never was on the other side of things. Secondly, on our side of the aisle, if you will, those of us who are content creators like Peanut, like Gaining Ground, like myself, who still do this content. Negs was doing it for a while. Negs was doing it for a while. We had Citrine Dream. We had Citrine Dream Deuce. Those. Here's the thing. Okay. We're taking the road less traveled. Okay. If anything, the algorithm favors you. Your numbers are dying. Yeah. And the newer reaction channels that are coming in are not getting the numbers that you once upon a time did in your heyday. But, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't get the views that you people get. I don't have the sub count. I've been hovering at 1.6 or 1.7K subs for a while now. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I have to be me and I have to follow my own conscience and I have to be able to sleep at night. And there are certain things I won't sacrifice in the name of clout, but trust me, this isn't clout chasing, far from it. Okay. And yeah, I get a lot of hate myself as a result. So there are consequences to everything. So trust me, I'm not doing this to chase views. If I wanted to chase views, there's other things I could do. I'm coming to you in the chat. Okay. Oh, super chat. Michelle, thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you. Fabulously Liz. Hey, Fabulously Liz, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. I like it. So many new faces today. Oh, God, this is awesome. So many new faces. This is so awesome. Okay. Yeah. Yep, okay, Death Valley. Yep, there's a void where her heart should be, and probably another one where her brain should be, LOL. Or Patricia! Yeah, God, I don't know how to use OBS, and I so wish I did because I'd do nicer looking reactions. And I'd love to have those graphics up, for the memberships and the super chats. Love to have those. Cool, Welcome, Naughty Rudolph. Hey up, JC. Death Valley, I agree with you 100. She's so self-absorbed. She believes herself and tries to justify. Hypocrite. Absolutely true. Hooray. Hey, Death Valley. Fabulously Liz. This is a part where she's referring to me. I heard whispers, but I haven't watched. Fabulously Liz. I'm just going to call you Liz if that's okay with you. No, I have another one who's simply called Liz. I'll call you Fab if that's okay. Yeah, because I have another person who was in the chat who just joined the channel who is called simply Liz. I'll call you Fab if that's okay. Let me know if it is or if it isn't. I don't think she's just referring to you. I am aware. I think you're one of the latest ones to put an end to that. But I don't think she's just referring to you. I think she was referring to Gaining Ground and to Peanut. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And how about new people? They would be like WTF, STFC. Are you feeling better? I'm doing okay, JC. I started doing okay. I could stay awake for longer than an hour at a time, so that's progress. I haven't fallen asleep on my own stream. That's a good sign. The internet crapped out earlier. It interrupted but that's something else. That's so nice that she gave her permission. Isn't it, though, Charmaine? Isn't it? Isn't it, though? I really would like to know how diverse her circle is. Not very, Blue Firefly, not very. Like you taking Chantel seriously, exactly. Oh, get off Chuck, enough already. Right, Kate? Shakara transformation. Yes, it's about you, Fab. Fabulously Liz. I can't see. Sorry, I need new glasses. I really do need. I have to get my prescription upgraded on my glasses. Yes, Charlie, you got nastier. She sure did, JC. Figured out when she said bubbly personality and making video denouncing HN in the same sentence. Okay, I see what you're saying. Fab, if you're going through, I'm really sorry. Just my 2 cents. You can take it or leave it. You're free to take it or leave it if you want. If they were really your friends in the first place, Fab, they would respect your change of heart. They would respect your change of heart if they were really your friends. If they are giving you a hard time, they were never your friends to begin with. That's my 2 cents. You can take with it what you will. Okay, how you will. I'm a free thinker here. Yes, Charlie, you got nastier. Absolutely. Figured it out. You figured it out when she said bubbly personality and yeah. JC, I don't believe she believes half of what she says about herself. She sticks on course with what she knows, what her audience wants to hear, to the point where she can't give an inch. Very true, Death Valley. Thank you again for the super sticker, Michelle. I never thought gaining ground was mean. He's funny. Yeah, I'm with you there. But apparently some people say he used to be more, maybe not mean or not as mean as, say, Michael B. Petty. But yeah, anyways, no, but I watch his reactions now. I like them. Oh Lord, seems like a lot longer time she's been whining on and on and on. Boring AF. Try to make some original content. Yeah, right. Hey, B. Walsh, good to see you. Hey, Beckaroo. Hey, Beckaroo. No, we don't need another live incident. Remember what happened. Yeah, no, we don't need that. No, you're absolutely right, Michelle. Puppy syntax turned out to be such a disappointed. Puppy syntax. I like what you call him, puppy syntax. Puppy syntax. Keep being positive a day at a time, like sure is. True. Works better than a tranquilizer. Ask Negs for an OBS tutorial, Fedora. I'm sure he... yeah, I don't really want to bother him about that. It's a little hard to do online. It's a little hard to do online. I don't really want to bother him with that. I need to hire somebody to teach me OBS, though. Like, I need to actually pay someone to teach it to me. You know, that way I don't feel as guilty for taking up their time. I won't feel as guilty for taking up their time if I actually pay them to. They should market her as a cure for insomnia. Sally Sominex. That's what we call Sally Sominex. More bail money. Yeah, right, Michelle. Thank you so much. Death Valley fell asleep. Kate says, yes, you care because you care about your subs, in my opinion. Charlene doesn't care less about anyone or anything. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Kate Winslet. Is Kate Winslet in the house? Is Kate Winslet in the house? I didn't see Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet in the house. Kate Winslet, if you're there, hello. Good to see you. It's been a while. Oh, Lord, seems like it's longer. She's been whining on and on, boring as fuck, to make some more original content. Yeah. Hey, but thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, please give a thumbs up to this video if you haven't done so already. Helps. It's a free way to help your girl out. Yeah. Hey, GM, hope you're having a good day. I hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, but here, yes, just because you care about your... Okay, I read that part. You fell asleep after 20 minutes in? Okay. Kate works better than a horse tranquilizer. My God. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Beckaroo. At the end of the day, you need to be at peace with yourself. Absolutely true, Song, and that's how I live. Yeah. Negs did do a quick OBS stream where he explained how to use it. I'll try to locate it. Thank you very much, Death Valley. Fabulously Liz, best advice I tell myself, their opinion is none of my business. It helps to ignore the noise. They are just provoking a response from you. I'm really sorry if some shit is going down with you, Fab. I'm really sorry about that. Fedora, you could use MS Teams or something and screen share so they can share you. So Negs can show you. That's a possibility. I know he hasn't been feeling great lately and he's been busy. Like he said this before live and he's been busy and all that. So I don't really want to bother him right now. Don't really want to bother him with that right now. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I do. Tell Charlene to worry about her own cheese curds. Good point, GM. Good point. LOL, JC. That would be a disaster. He could barely unbox it. Oh my God. Oh, good God. All right, let's get to
it or you deserve to see it. And that's just how it's played. So pretty much I'm saying, do what you want. Do what you want because I will do it as well.
And I will too.
Unapologetically.
And I will too, unapologetically.
To anyone watching this video, whether you are a longtime supporter, which I appreciate, or you're a new viewer.
I'm still wondering about that one. And the new channel members over at her place. Wonder how long it's going to take for them to realize they're not getting anything. They're not getting, other than maybe emojis during live streams, that they're not getting anything for their buck.
I started my channel as a weight loss channel.
Yeah.
I intended to go down that road. But the truth is, there are certain things I know I will never say publicly. And because of that, it will lack transparency for some people. But I will always be.
Well, who is the clout chaser now? Who is the clout chaser now? You started out as a weight loss channel, and you turned into an Amberlynn and Chantal reaction channel. Who was chasing the clout now? And this was after you got endorsements from the bigger fitness channels, like Obese to Beast, like Alan Roberts, like Michelle McDaniel, like Papa Swolio.
Be the one to define my own transparency.
Transparent as mud. But here's the thing. You did promise weigh-ins, and you never delivered. I realize you changed your branding, removed weight loss out of the equation, but I don't know. You still owe your audience. I don't know what. Anyways, I personally think you should give that weigh-in because simply because you demand that Chantal and Amberlynn weigh in on your timetable. You have been demanding that, and if you are indeed making a more regular comeback to regular posting, live streams, and uploads, demanding that they do weigh-ins, I think you need to practice what you preach, dear.
If that means I lose support, it is understood. People are allowed to change their mind. If the support stays and people still move forward with me, I appreciate it. Whether you are a previous supporter or a current supporter, I will always appreciate what you have done for me. Because 2020 would have looked very different in my personal life if it wasn't for the support that I get on this channel.
Well, not to mention there was a huge old ass pandemic that's changed pretty much most people on the planet's lives. But anyway.
I am Charlie Gold. I am no longer a weight loss channel. So moving forward, the expectation on my channel, I'm going to be perfectly clear. It will be what I choose to upload. Reactions aren't going anywhere. And when I choose to upload something outside of reactions, I will announce it the minute it's ready to publish.
Yay!
I will not create my own cycles. I will.
Yippee-yi, yippee-yay, yippee-yo. Okay, here's the thing. Continue to react to these girls, but be prepared when people call you out for the behaviors you call them out on.
I really don't want to create my own cycles, but I really need to learn from 2020 because I played a part in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
So to anyone watching, to anyone who has stuck by this whole time, thank you. Remember to be better today than you were yesterday and greater tomorrow than you will be today.
How about you live by those words yourself? Lead by example. Live by those words yourself. Because you sure as hell don't. Okay? You sure as hell don't.
Later.
Bye-bye. Okay. Stop screen share. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Charmaine, I have to go, but I will say that HN is dying partially because of lockdowns. People are searching for content that helps them connect on a human level. Their audience is mostly the diehard now, and yeah, you could be right. You could be right. Fedora, you could, okay. LOL, JC, that would be a disaster. He could barely unbox it. Okay, we were there already. Becca Rue, that's some really good advice. I'm going to try that. Thank you. Right on. I love it. Love it when a community can help each other. See, that's what a community is supposed to be. Building stuff, relationship. That's why I can't call Haydurnation a community, because it's based on tearing other people down and, and tearing them until there's nothing left. I believe in building relationships. And look, right here, people helping people. I love it. Fab J here just said Beckaroo is just might have helped her. I love it. Okay. I agree, bleh, easy for me to say. I'm sorry, Beckaroo. I agree, Beckaroo. Other people's opinions of us are not our business. True. True. Fabulously Liz, Puckett, let them talk their, trust me. I have thick skin and my name has been in their mouths. Fedora has gone through it too. They talk about you. It's because they're worried. Yeah, I'm in 100% in agreement with that, Death Valley. 100%. JC, do you want yet? She just bashed Chantel for doing what she wants. Yeah, that's a good point, JC. Exactly. She says, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, but she bashes Chantel for doing what she wants. And Chantel, for better or worse, whether you like it or not, it's her own content. Chantel's own content. You know, like it or not, it's her own content. She got all those views and subs from doing her own thing. Then why are you reacting to her then? Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Ask Pats. All she does is sit and share and be vile on YouTube. That's very true, JC, or on a floor. Maybe her scale broke. Did anyone consider that? That's possible. Anything's possible, Death Valley. JC, we know you are not a weight loss channel, girl. True. Oh, finally she admits it. Very true. Very true. Oh, the irony. Define her own transparency. What? I know, right, Lane? Right? She's as transparent as mud. Bye, Charlie. The irony of her little saying, practice what you preach, girl. Exactly. There's been times where Chantel also removed the weight loss tag from her content. Did anyone ease up on her and not pick her apart? Nope. So why should that be any different for Chuck Gold? Exactly true, Death Valley. Here's the thing people seem to forget about Chantel. Unlike Amberlynn Reid, okay? Unlike Amberlynn Reid or charliegold, Chantel did not start her YouTube tenure off as a weight loss channel. She started out as a mukbang channel, okay? And that's the thing people tend to forget. Like, you know, Chantel, like Hungry Fat Chick, started off as a mukbang channel, not a weight loss channel. Yep. Something we should remember. Yep. The ironies of the practice what you preach, girl, right, Michelle? There's been time, yeah, exactly. I hope Chantel does not react. That's what Charlie wants. I don't know, JC, what Chantel is going to do or not do. I honestly couldn't tell you that. Honestly couldn't tell you that. But there we have it. There we have it. Charliegold's comeback, which was feeble. As always. It was feeble, as always. Yeah. So we'll shake that rattle can one more time. We'll shake that rattle can one more time. Because it's Michelle's favorite part of the show. Michelle would never forgive me if we didn't do it. And in turn, Michelle keeps me out of trouble. And that's Michelle R keeping me out of trouble is a 24-hour, 24/7 job for her. So let's give a few minutes to entertain Michelle R. She loves this part. Okay. If you wish to join the channel but are on iPhone and cannot find the join button, here is the link to which you can do so. A free way to help your girl out. You can give a thumbs up if you haven't already. Please consider subscribing. I've seen a lot of new faces, which was great. I think that's awesome. New Mad Hatters. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Also, if you wish to donate to PayPal, you may do so. Please rest assured that I will not give away your personal information on PayPal. I will keep all your information confidential. I also have a merch store. I've got some t-shirts, got some mugs. I've got kids t-shirts as well. And all kinds of stuff. So go take a look. Go take a gander at my merch store. And I have a check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. It's a very different channel from this one. Due to my health, I have neglected it. So people might think I might have decided to abandon that channel. No, I haven't. I was neglecting this channel as well. It's just I have not been well. I've been pretty sick the past week. I've been pretty sick and dealing with health issues, and that's why. But this week, for those just joining, Fedora Social Experiment is experimentation on comedy, characters, story time. There is already a live stream there that's available for replay if you wish as well. I plan to have an upload of Mukbang Etiquette 101. It's going to be called Mukbang Etiquette 101, where one of the characters, Bath the Panda, is going to become a male version of Emily Post, and he's going to be teaching table manners to mukbangers. He's going to be teaching table manners because he thinks the table manners of mukbangers is just atrocious. So that's going to be coming up sometime this week over at Fedora Social Experiment. Consider subscribing over there if you haven't already. I have a Discord server. Come and meet some awesome people. For those who are channel members, we have rooms. We have the Mad Hatter's Lounge voice and text chat exclusively for channel members. So you might find that interesting. We have rooms to suit all tastes. We're pretty drama-free. We're pretty chill. I'm very proud of this server, if I do say so myself. You must be 18 and up to join. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you may do so. Instagram. Coming up, my Instagram link. You may follow me on Instagram. Here we go. And you can stalk me there as well. Let's see. Health comes first. Feel better. Thank you, Song. Yeah, you're right. It does. Yeah, it does. Good job, Michelle. Michelle always does a good job. It's not easy trying to keep yours truly out of trouble. It's not easy. No, Chantel started off with makeup tutorials, vlogs originally, and then did a few mukbangs that were popular. The weight loss stuff come later. Okay, thank you. I stand corrected, Death Valley. Thank you. I stand corrected. Okay, look after yourself, Fedora. Stay safe, everyone. See you all soon. Have a great day, Kate. I'm going to be jumping off because I've been here for nearly 3 hours. I've been here for nearly 3 hours, so I'm going to be jumping off in about 5 minutes. So we might as well get the exit done. We already did. All the links I just posted, the rattle cam links are in the description box of this video as well, if you're watching in replay. And yeah. So please take care of yourselves and each other. And always remember, if there is somebody in your midst who is vulnerable or at risk, please take the time to give them a call, hit them up on social media if they've got it. Because sometimes just a few hours of lending a sympathetic ear is all it takes to make a difference in that person's world. Yeah, I know time flies when we're having fun, right, Michelle? Yeah, it's been nearly 3 hours. Time flies when we're having fun. Have a great afternoon. Again, all the new faces here that I saw, new channel members. New channel members like Liz, Deb Fouch, Rudolph. Rudolph, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you again for the super sticker. Thank you again for the super sticker, Michelle. And yeah, we're going to be over and out. This Thursday, members only chat, channel members only chat, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual, unless something happens. My husband will be happy. My house is almost clean. Right on, Pam. Right on. Right on. So yeah, anyway, so like I said, check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. Get a few laughs. And yeah, I promise I am going to have an upload this week over there at the second channel, as well as a live stream. We're going to be reacting to the 70s. We're going to go back to the cheesy 70s. We're going to react to Gene Rayburn's Match Game with Brett Summers and company over at Fedora Social Experiment. I'll leave that link, as well as the Mayo Clinic link that I read from earlier. I'll leave those in the pinned comment below. I will also leave a timestamp as to the gap, because there is a gap of a few minutes because the internet crapped out around here. Okay. So yeah, so that should be, expect that in a few hours. At least you're saying is what you practice, what you preach, unlike some people call CG. Right on, right on. Well, you're very welcome, Pam. Thank you, and thank you. I appreciate you keeping me company here. Thank you. I appreciate you keeping me company here. So yeah, the wind is howling again. What can I tell you? Well, thank you. So I'm glad. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you've got topic suggestions, I'm going to post on my community tab soon, even though because now I have a new reason to post a poll on my community tab. It drives Miss Hussey nuts. It drives Miss Hussey nuts. So that's what we're going to do. Whenever I post a poll on my community tab, it drives Miss Hussey into a huffy. So now I've got bonus points. I've got bonus reasons to do it. Oh, Christina, it's available in replay. It's available in replay. I hope you'll get to watch it, Christina, in replay. Hope you do. Because it was a good stream, except for that few-minute gap. But I'll timestamp that so you can skip over it. All right, then. I think that's it. I think we're all done. And I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much. You all rock. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I got to have my lunch now. You should do a poll all about Hussey, every option. Good point, Death Valley. Good point. Have a great afternoon or a great evening, everybody. Those of you across the pond, have a great one. And get all up and huffy.